we do see a couple of things that stick out for me. On Lynx's side, we have probably seen what Sandfish has done in the first 2 rounds. Because I think if you're playing the grand final, there's no way you haven't looked at your opponent's recordings. So,
Yeah.
first pick Atoll might just be something that we saw Lynx play a crazy Atoll game with a forward Berber Villager in the round of 16. And very great strategic choices on that map. So that might also Shattered Plains. If you think Sandfish might be Apollo, who plays like, I mean, look at the maps, who plays like very standard open, hybrid open lands, then those might just be picks tailored towards not suiting your opponent. While Sandfish goes for the, honestly, we have a sunburned pig
Actually, in the finals, it
in the
is going to be played for
finals.
the first and final
No,
time.
no, 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 it's not the first time. We had one game
Really?
of Sunburn between Steppe
Oh
Eagle
my!
and Camel.
Oh,
Steppe Eagle versus
that
Camel
might
had
have been funny.
one game of Sunburn. Actually, stat-wise, for the maps that might be interesting, the 2 least played maps are Sunburn with 1 game in the round of 16. The second most played, I mean, most played map, the second least played map is Shattered Plains, which surprises me. Because we only had 2 games there. We had Ostrich versus Hedgehog, and we had Sandfish versus Meerkat on it. Both were good games, and I hope we might see a little bit more of both these maps. Okay, so I'm gonna let you dig a little bit into the draft because I think I have spoken too much for a while.
Okay,
So I'll let you
okay.
do a lot of the talking.
Well, I'm at least happy to see some of the maps we haven't seen as much from. Also, Atoll. Great to see it here. Desert Void was in the early rounds a lot and is going to be super aggressive. Now, looking at the drafts, they are going to be a little bit more standard than what we've seen from the set before. Both players definitely adhering a little bit more to the meta of the maps than forcing their own styles onto them. I'm happy to see no dry river.
I was just about to say
So
I don't miss that map in that draft. I think we've seen it way too much.
absolutely not.
I want to see a strategic back and forth between the two, and I think Dry River is just too snowbally to really and sit down and enjoy.
It is just yeah. There is nothing where you are going to win because of dynamic adaptations.
Yeah,
Generally,
I would say that
it's
too. There's one thing I want to touch on. Ketons, I think, have rarely been seen even picked in this tournament. They have been
I've
banned
seen them banned
a
now
lot.
and
That
then.
might be why they haven't been picked, because they have been banned
Yeah.
a lot. But this time they actually made it in. Maybe we get a Keton game in this tournament. There's a couple of civs that stand out to me. The first pick
I
Armenians. Lynx has picked
that's
Armenians,
big.
and I think almost every single draft he's done. But first picking them?
Armenians are a strong civilizations, and if you plan to go into a galley war on Atoll, Armenians are going to be your civilizations.
Probably.
That extra projectile on them is just so insanely strong.
And also, Sandfish has picked Armenian himself, so it might just be you knowing that your opponent prioritizes the Civ as well. There
Yeah.
is Incas for Sandfish, and Incas once again, for me, is one of 2 players. Apollo is known for his Incas. It's one of his favorite civilizations. I can picture Otter playing Incas too. And the one thing that makes me think of Otter again is the Teutons pick. Because that's a civilization I know that Otter doesn't necessarily love, but likes to play on certain maps. Let's put it that way. He did play Teutons on Big Freeze for Hidden Christmas Cup. That's so far as I remember. The
Yeah,
rest,
might it be something for Shattered Plains Tower Rush?
I think Shattered Plains has to be Burgundians. Honestly, but if
If we
it's
go
Otter,
by very default play, yeah, Boygandians are probably meeting up with. Who would they meet up with? There is
Malay potentially,
Portuguese,
Portuguese, Lithuanians,
Bengalis.
Bengalis. We have
There,
five great.
there are a lot of options, and
Yeah.
best of seven just allows you to apply them in a lot of different
Okay,
ways.
I'm gonna say one thing. If Sandfish picks Burgundians on Shattered Plains, it is not Otter. No way would Otter ever play that map standard with light cavalry. He would go like castles, siege, monks, whatever. The one thing he's not gonna do is play economy and boom. I hope we see that map,
That
because
that that, that
that's
sounds reasonable. It
because
is not a fun gameplay. It's not fun to watch.
yeah, I mean, first of all that, and secondly, that's going to be a big difference maker for the guessing game from my end. Maybe Sandfish from the players who made it far in the tournament is my biggest question mark. There could still be a lot of names behind it, maybe even a big surprise, who knows. But I think Apollo has been the biggest call out so far. And the first game will be Desert Paradise. With so many civs, it's hard to predict.
Oh.
But I think especially. Yeah.
Let's still give it a thought. What might be happening here? We've seen Italians a lot on Desert Paradise, so there might be that choice for Syndfish. And Malians,
okay.
yeah, Malay.
If Sandfish is Apollo, I 100% expect Malians on immersion. Meaning the only civ left that I find good for Paradise would be Italians, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, after over a week of casting, suffering, joy, entertainment, and pure madness, we have our two final players left, and they both deserve to be here. We have Lynx versus Syndfish. They both had an amazing showing in the tournament. Great strategy, great macro, great everything. Honestly, it was a joy to watch them clashing in this final of Titans. The two best players, no doubt, in this tournament. Yeah, on Desert Paradise. This is a best of 7, not a best of 5 like the rest, and we do have Saracens versus Armenians, and my lovely co-caster has touched on that matchup and what he wants to see. Just for the YouTube, for the YouTube version, can you repeat what you want to see here?
Oh, I want to see a full-on galley wars. We have the faster attacking galleys against the galleys with the extra projectiles. It would be absolutely senseless to actually go all out for the side pawns on these maps, but it would be fun to watch.
I 100% agree, because both players haven't shown that much micro with range units so far in the tournament, so that might just be the last hint they could give us that is left, is some sort of like range or maybe even archer micro. But I think galley micro is also something that you either are familiar with or you're not. So this might be big of a tell.
Something Travis just told, you are still showing the third place for best of 5 in capture.
Okay, for the finals, I'm going to break for this. Because it's the final.
Just tell me the time.
Yes. Usually I was gonna be like, yeah, I don't want to pause now, but for the finals, this is
best of 7.
Best of 7. Yes. I saw that, and then I still have to change it here as well. Procaster.
Oh, yes.
Procaster. We can cut all of this out. That's the beauty of it. I'm at 245.
Okay. I am ready.
3, 2, 1, go. All right. Yes, galleys. Good point. For both civilizations. For Saracens,
which is not something you usually are going to see on this map. This is just for fire galleys. There is no space to really kite. It's too much micro, because on this map you kind of want to switch into land aggression as soon as possible.
Yes. Also, there's an SDC in front of the map name at the bottom. I mean, okay, sure. That's whatever.
That's the map name that's loaded into.
Yeah, I know.
That's just how it's called.
That's
very early loom pickup for Lynx. We apparently were housed a little bit early here.
The house is coming up though.
Oh no, not even. No, we weren't even housed.
Oh, he wants to push the deer. He wants to push the deer, and this will is all by himself. So I think he just.
Okay, yeah. We are assuming the scout is coming forward while Syndfish is escorting the villager. Both players going to a different side.
Yeah, opposite sides, so I don't think we are going to see a lot of galley play.
Now, we've already hit on the civs what they could do and probably won't do, but let's think about what the civs are actually playing into. The Saracens are kind of straightforward. It's just a very strong all-rounder civilization. I don't think we will see camels against the non-cavalry civ here, but they're just great at archer play. On the other hand, we have a good archer civilization that has the fortified churches, and we have a very central area on this map here where a fortified church could be a game changer. There's already 3 relics sitting in the center. There's gold there. If you can get into a decent position, then this is a really nice thing to
Yeah,
hold.
I think both players can be pretty happy with the maps. The woodlines are towards the back. There's one goal towards the back for both players. I think Lynx's goal a little bit more exposed, but still in a way where you can defend it nicely, I think. Lynx is scouting, now seeing that there isn't a second dock on the lake from his opponent, while Syndfish is already setting up some pretty short walls. And against Meerkat, he walled the very front, and we do see a deviation from that in like a normal game, walling towards the TC. Yes, I put emphasis on that because it's very important. This is a little bit of a greedy approach that screams a little bit more defense. Very early walls, actually.
Yeah, with the Saracen player, you might actually think of kind of some
Honestly,
castle shenanigans, but this is supposed to be a click up.
watch this be revealed a superhero later. Could you imagine?
Both players have confirmed that they are alone on their pond for now, but I'm looking forward to see a villager being sent out to build that dock as soon as possible.
Yeah, the question is now, will one of the scout, so TC fire, that was close. Should we... Oh, Lynx hasn't clicked yet. Just doing so right now. It's a little bit late for Lynx. I guess if you see that your opponent's on the other pond, you don't really need the uptime and you can squeeze in 1 or 2 villagers more. I don't mind that too much, actually.
You still need the uptime because Syndfish, knowing that you're not on his side, could just send could have just sent a forward villager to dock in the middle of the northern area, and then the fire ships will be there in absolutely no time.
However, if you suspect that, you should probably scout for it. He is scouting the other side now, so he might just be circling back. Lynx is the one to reach out with a villager for a second dock. So Lynx is like, I have I have a good navy, better economy, because my economy upgrades are more efficient. I am going to take the initiative on the water, which I don't really mind too much. Oh, that's a lot.
I really like this. I don't like the timing.
That's really close.
I don't like the timing. The dock should already be built.
Oh, this could be denied. There's a galley coming up. There's a galley coming up in the bottom pond. This could be fully denied.
And that's
this could be fully denied.
Oh, this is going wrong. And the dock should be finished in 12 seconds. This is taking way too long. We cannot go this far forward if we are this late with the villager.
Okay, the question is, do we have a garrison point here for red, for blue? Do we spot this? The dock is going up.
Galley will not be out in time.
Galley will not be up. That dock went up pretty fast, but the important thing is we're seeing it right away, right? So this is not surprising us.
This is there, we see it.
This is a gathering. No, we see it immediately. Oh, that is good news for us.
We're going for a fire galley, and
yeah,
we're also
that's
making
better.
a galley at home on the other pond.
Honestly, I mean, the galley at home, I think, is... Oh, interesting. If we send it forward, we can snipe the dock villager if someone comes out. However, what I don't like about this for Lynx now is, if the docks are this close, suddenly fires become much better than galleys.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I don't like for Syndfish.
For Syndfish?
The fire galleys will be much stronger in this position. That's why you build the dock this forward.
Oh yeah, true. Already, yeah, that galley by itself won't really do much, but it has done the scouting we need. Interesting base layout at home. We do go for a couple of archers. In the meantime, the barracks only coming up for Lynx, because he did focus on the water early. If you go for a forward dock, if you commit to that and don't win the water after, that's very costly. You don't really
like the galley follow up, it should be another fire galley. And also, one thing we would have had as an advantage here for Lynx is the villager next to the dock. The villager should have been there for
this galley is a waste of resources. That won't do anything.
Yeah.
Unless blue goes for some reason forward and we can snipe the fishing ships, but there's not even anything back here, so... And blue fully extending the walls to the left. Crazy.
I mean, that's a really nice wall off. At the same time, he's sending out archers, is going to run around that side. But that range has been scouted by Lynx earlier, so Lynx will be ready and is starting to make some skirmishes at home.
That is great. The galley was in fact trying to snipe the fishing ships, now we have to pull back. The galley could safely make his way back.
You need 2 galleys for that, at least 2 decently sniped fishing ships.
Yeah, I think so. This galley won't die for a longer time because they are faster than fire, so we can just pull it back. Oh, we could pull these out of position and then maybe go for another galley, that could work. However, we do heavily fish freely on the top. That's what he has created for himself, with all the attention on the bottom side. He didn't really kill,
Will
but
he
he's
be
pushing
close in
through.
time?
Walling up at home for himself. We do have skirmishers in defense already. And both players seem to be pretty fine. Oh, these archers have to be careful. There is skirmishers. We
Archers
do
running, but
have
the
a
scout is
scout.
also there. The scout is running.
have a scout, there's
pushing
no
the skirmishers
spear.
away, but the villagers are ready to fight, so the scout should not be able to find as much damage. And we are not interrupted as heavily as we could have been on the gold skirmishes now pushing out. I don't like that.
If you wall those out,
dive onto the skirmishes.
If you wall the skirmishers out, the scout will just freely kill them. Yeah, that's not great. We did go for a spearman, so... Or, no, did we cancel? No, it's on the other... Oh! The spearman's on the other side! Can we maybe walk through this little maze of the trees here? We need the spearman against the scout.
Is the spearman going for the deer?
Spearman, hello. Spearman, hello, we need you. Hello.
Oh.
Maybe he doesn't see it. Maybe he doesn't see it.
Might just be. There's a blue spearman on the berries currently, disrupting villages. Even killed the deer there. Was just a minor distraction on the other side. What do we have in the dock? We have just one fire. And I like that with the forward dock. Make a ship inside of the dock, let it in the dock.
Yeah,
you never
make them paranoid.
know how much investment there is.
Yeah, 100%. Make them paranoid. We don't know how much is... Oh, that is great. If we're not looking, one fire can kill all the ships. This is a great move. This is a great move at the exact right time. Oh, we do realize that is crazy. How do you respond
That's
to
something
this?
you could constantly have to pay attention to. You expect him to pop at some point, especially when the dock gets that low.
Crazy well
But
played by
this fire is
Syndfish.
actually buying all the time needed to get another fire out. And we have the villager close by. The villager is now coming for repairs.
Oh, we have the galley on 1 HP back here. That could fire a little bit. Market going up for Lynx, and Saracens are up to the castle age earlier. Without much market use, I think. Haven't seen much of these.
Saracens is up earlier, but now Lynx is actually in a decent spot here. The fire galley is being repaired. That's 2 full health fire galleys against 2 very weak ones. We are not moving the fish.
Oh, we're blocking.
Oh,
We are blocking.
barely.
We are blocking.
Getting some blocking in there.
Was it intentional? I'm not even sure, but I think at this point
That was
they-
intentional. That was 100%
Yeah, I
intentional.
think
We're
so.
trying to repair the other galley. Kind of. Yes, nice blocking here.
Honestly, this is the moment where I think, as Syndfish, you give up the water on the bottom because your opponent's investing so heavily there, and honestly, your fish will only get. I mean, there's a little bit left
It's not
still.
even that heavy of an investment.
Yeah, kind of. I think it was the dog plus all the ships that he built. And with the double archery range, there is potential to just completely focus on land pressure now. Something Saracens are very good at doing. So might be worth considering. Double archery range will be a good crossbow timing. We are 140 ahead to Castle H.
The scout is coming to kill the forward villager.
Yeah, that is
It's out of
important.
position. It wasn't close enough to the fire galley, so it couldn't protect.
And it's dead. Great shout out from you. Great call.
Nice little catch there.
How do we react? We pull back the skirms. We have roughly 1 minute of timing. These archers are going to hit at the perfect time, and we do see a biscuits outpost. That is actually great. Your opponent's up earlier. You want to know where it's coming from, the pressure. You want to know what's coming. This outpost
still a
will
hole?
spot them, and we are
We're
rewalling
close
behind.
enough to hold.
Going for the skirm armor, we are taking all the necessary precautions, very nice. Red has managed to clear the fishing ships in the bottom, TC in the middle. Oh, this game is ramping up.
Yeah, there's another hole though. There should be a hole on the wood lane where I can just walk through through those trees.
Exactly.
Those
you can
crossbows
never
are
be too
going into
sure.
the economy.
You can never be too sure, and now we have a minute of crucial timing for the crossbows here. It's not a lead skirm, we do have crossbow, we do have bodkin. This is the moment. This siege workshop should never go up. Yes, wisely deciding to put one up in the back. I'm not sure why this foundation is still standing. But yeah, this is a textbook crossbow timing.
Some panic gates, those crossbows are getting a lot of value here. And those are Saracen crossbows, so they will eat the foundation if they would attack it. But they
Oh,
can just run past
this
the
is so
town center.
annoying. This is so annoying. You do have skirms, but he can just choose to kill your vills anyway. He can just ignore this army.
Oh, he
No,
can kill the
armor
skirmishers,
and
it's
bot
completely
no,
uncontested.
the armor and elite isn't in. This is disaster. Yeah, we're just losing the game on the spot here. This is a great timing abuse from the
Yeah, those crossbows uncontested will just kill the villagers here. This should be game 1.
Yeah, very clean timing. Very clean crossbow timing. And Lynx didn't really do much wrong. Honestly, like, this was...
He completely evacuated the villagers around the town center, so the crossbows could just run.
Oh, that was not as good of a hit as I anticipated. However...
20-4 Eco KD.
Yeah, and Syndfish is the one with 2 TCs, by the way.
Yeah. Is he adding 2 stables? I don't like the 2 stables. Stay on crossbows. You're in
they could
really
deny this.
good spot there.
Could we deny this, maybe? No, okay, the crossbows are now kind of trapped in the back of red space. We are deciding to play on... Oh, the mind game with the ground attack. Nice ground attack. We do have a lead skirm. The problem is, we only have siege and the lead skirm, and our opponent wisely deciding to switch into cavalry, which is going to wreck both units. And a couple of knights with a bit of armor will probably... Honestly, I hate this TC. This is... You just go siege on this TC. This is such an easy target. But I guess...
I'm not too much of a fan of the cavalry switch, just because the economy is absolutely not set up to support one stable.
Saracens.
Especially not two. It is Saracens. It will work. But...
I agree.
Why change tech when crossbow do trick?
I agree with the with Huggy's comment. I agree that 1 siege workshop, 1 stable might have been better.
Yeah. One stable is nice. 2 stable is just screams you are abusing.
Yeah. The cavalry against skirms and mangonels is perfect, but 2 is a little much. I agree. We are on stone. I think we want to have a castle forward with all the map control that we have. Actually, there isn't much map control left, but we're going to re-establish those, and the skirms will be walking right into the knights. Oh, that is so unfortunate.
The skirms don't even have Botkin arrow. The skirmishers kinda eat knights with those numbers.
Oh no, that's such a bait. Those back stables are so good. The mangonel and the skirms will get baited into the cavalry. Yeah, the knights are coming. This is a perfect maneuver for Syndfish here. Very, very great recognition of what he had to do here. The knights are jumping on the mangonel, and the skirms will also die. This is great. This is great, and now it's time for him to push, I think. I want to see a siege workshop.
Kind of late on the fortified church here.
I want to see the siege
with
workshop.
All the pressure, it was difficult to get one up early.
I want to see a siege workshop.
Yeah. But we have 2 archery rangers, that's the siege workshop for Saracens.
Okay, like... the outposts are now kind of confirming what we've already known.
It's a little bit excessive.
I think we were holding back. I'm gonna say that much. I think we were holding back on the outposts intentionally for the hidden aspect. But in the finals, you're not gonna hold back. You're just gonna play towards the best of your ability. We are on the back foot. These skirmishes should be punished. Where are the knights?
These skirmishes just aren't as threatening as
and
they
the monks
should be,
are
because no
soon to be coming out. The crossbows have to snipe the monks. There's going to be a monk coming out. I want to see the crossbows on the monks and the knights on the skirms. We are pulling back. The castle goes up.
Yeah, the castle will go up. There's no conversion coming in here.
This castle is such... Honestly, I think on this map, the way it's set up, I think a castle in this position will always be so good. This is
most of the maps that have center gold don't have wood right next to it. This here, you are not really losing the normal resources to get the gold access. Here you're just gaining so much control over the whole map.
Yeah, I think so. I think establishing control of this middle area is a huge deal. We've seen this in so many games. And the church is completely dying to this, so no monks versus the knights anymore, no protection, no firing arrows. I still want to see the siege workshop coming for the TC. That's one thing I'm gonna say. I still want this TC to be pressured. Where's the
Lynx
army?
Actually added another dock in the southern pond and started fishing there too.
I mean, he has to find some way of economy, right? Like, he has the control over water, so capitalizing on this, I don't mind. I like it. I still want, like, I'm repeating myself, but I want this to be pushed. I like how Blue is healing up his units, by the way.
There's a few red villages walking towards the south. There might be something sneaky.
Yeah, if outposts don't work, just build houses. Oh, do we see this? This might be auto-scouting. Oh, this scout is alive at 1 HP. We do get Botkin now. Oh, for the skirms, yeah. Oh, the skirms have found a lot of kills on these crossbows, completely unexpectedly, I would say.
Yeah, especially without ballistics. The crossbows were just out of position there.
Yeah, and that siege workshop should have gone up like 3 minutes ago. What's the plan? Second castle for Syndfish? We do have enough stone for it soon. What is this red foundation on Syndfish's base? We're trying
It's
to go for a
Minecraft
forward. We're trying to
monster.
go for a forward church. Now we're seeing the walls. Oh, this is crazy. This is a desperation attempt to get back into this game.
I don't like it. I absolutely don't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Otter. Otter in chat said church rush in exclamation mark. And I wanted to see it. This is not the circumstances I would have expected. The problem... Oh no, this castle should be here, I think. This castle should be protecting the gold. If we rush the castle between the gold and the TC, not only do we protect the gold, but we also kill the church immediately. I think this castle is in
That castle is still ranging the church. So.
Yeah, I still would have liked it to be somewhere else, but you protect your entire farming economy this way, so I still like it. I think
and we don't need to protect that gold for now because we have all the central gold access. So.
Yeah, it's gone from Megafish prohibitive favorite, Biscuits prohibitive favorite, Sandfish winning game 1. I mean, yeah, this is a 7-game set, so there's a lot of potential for this to become a long set too. This is shaping up to be a very, very interesting Desert Paradise game, though, because a lot of different ideas on display here, and both churches Lynx has put down have immediately been shot down by castles. Lynx is just not having the best game, and look at this farming economy from Syndfish with Wheelbarrow coming in. He's gonna be flying towards Imperial Age now.
Yeah. He will be in Imperial Age, has a nice forward castle, has a second castle. But Lynx, looking at the resources, also thinking of Imperial Age. They are actually coming in quite fast. This might be a very even time. This is going to be in the trap wall.
Yeah, both. I mean, Saracens will be there first. Saracens do have bombard cannons, Armenians do not. I heavily prefer the position for Syndfish. We do have the castle in the middle, on the hill. We are earlier to castle, we do have bombard cannons, the opponent doesn't. And honestly, it's hard to find a unit composition for Armenians here. In such a state, like what do you do? I don't think Armenians are necessarily the best civilization to play Imperial Age with.
I think Armenians are decent, but they do like thumbring that makes their archer a little bit weaker than a lot of other archer civilizations.
Oh, we are deleting all 3 knights because of that one monk. We were having none of it.
This is going to be a forward castle, and both players have clicked up to Imperial Age. Armor is coming in for cavalry armor is coming in for Syndfish.
Yeah,
but the issue here is we have Saracens. We are not going to get Cavalier. That means this is going to be for light cav.
Probably. I mean, there's still a lot of skirmishers, really. That's the only... I mean, there's monks and skirmishers, right? So light cav makes a lot of sense. Oh, we have to be careful. Oh, the Mangonel could be micro down by skirms with Botkin. That's a possibility with so many skirms. Nice, splitting away, nice micro into the castle. But yeah, that's a desperation castle. I don't think this does anything.
The idea here is to hit the opponent with the faster Imperial Age, but
which is not going to happen.
Was just there.
Yeah. Look at those upgrades. Light cav is going to clear everything Red has. The earlier Imperial Age is going to be destroying this castle. We are trying to look for value with the skirms now. However, the economy, even in Imperial Age, is just set up so much better for Syndfish at this point. And yeah, I like the masonry attempt. Scale mail armor. Do we suspect...
I mean, you want to play infantry in late game with Armenians. The Armenian infantry is just
yeah, but your economy is not set up. We are on 77 villagers per like economy units.
Yeah.
That's way too expensive for a transition to make now, I think. We do clear the crossbows.
Skirmishers are doing a lot of work. They are only
big
just
shot,
now getting
big
hit by the
shot.
Mangonel. We didn't see the opponent making more crossbows, so that's kind of a trade we take. The one trade we're not going to take is the Mangonel completely flattening the villages on the forward gold, if the Mangonel would be so kind.
Is there...
One tiny thing that happened that I really liked, the Armenians get one extra relic for the first church they built. And that church was in the castle range, so Lynx was actually able to snag that relic and move it to the side.
I mean, Armenians could give their opponents another relic.
Yeah.
There's a question in chat. Why did we schedule this during the AoE League's bracket reveal? This has been scheduled 2 months ago. I'm not sure what you're on about. If anything, they scheduled into my tournament. Yeah, I want to stress that. Light Cav diving underneath the TC. Yeah, those raids are just solidifying the game.
Yeah, the trebuchets are out, 2 castles just pumping those siege weapons to get the advantage there.
GG's
Chemistry
called.
coming in, and yeah.
Alright. Game 1. Very nicely played by Syndfish. Very good strategic approach. I only choose this as Chris is playing. Well, we saw Chris already in the third place match, so. And I doubt either of them is Maxi, so yeah. This was a very nice game, a very nice strategic macro game by Syndfish, and he takes game 1.
Yeah. After having cast so much Chris in the recent days, this game felt kind of like a culture shock.
Yeah, absolutely fair enough. Absolutely fair enough.
Both people building more economy, some archer versus skirmisher micro. We are going into Imperial Age of Siege. Like,
yes, this has a very different vibe and dynamic to it than the other games we've seen. Honestly, one thing you have to keep in mind, we saw a lot of Chris consecutively. Because Chris was the last one to play, or one of the last sets for the round of 16. Then we had 1 day of break, then quarterfinals, then he played in semifinals, and he played for the third place match. So we've seen so much Chris.
His sets went all 5 games, while the other sets often were quite short.
Yes, exactly. So this feels different, but I appreciate it.
I definitely appreciate it.
Not to take away from him, but it is.
No.
It is good. Like, imagine we had 7 games of Chris now, and the great final. That would be something. Okay, let's go back to the draft and look what possibilities we have left.
Maybe
quite a lot.
Some options removed. Guessing the civs for the maps is going to be a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
This being the win for Syndfish. I think you entered it wrong
again. Yes, I put it wrong again. Of course. Shit. I hope the 1 will be right at some point. I mean, I hope it. I think it will be. I don't want to see a 4-0 final.
Yeah, definitely not hoping for a 4 final. This should. We have not have Hera being the wild card here.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe it's we had this like slow Viper series that he did, or limited Viper it was called, where Viper made a limited amount of APM he could use, like he had a certain clicks per second or something. Maybe I invited Hera and went like, yeah, you have 10 clicks per like, I don't know, 10 seconds, and maybe Hera looks like this then. So is the guessing form made? I wanted to submit now. Hero, I'm going to share the guessing form towards the end of the grand final. And then we're going to have a 10-minute break before the reveal and everyone can fill it out. And then we're going to have the reveal, obviously, but yeah, not quite yet. So, anyway, for the draft, I think if you lose the first game, you want to go to comfort, I think, get your mind back into the game. I think Lynx will be perfectly fine playing Atoll here. Also, I don't think there's much mind games to be done. Actually, Lynx has a lot of civilizations that could be great for Atoll. Koreans, yeah. Vikings, Bengalis. All of those civs could be... Even Portuguese. Even Portuguese can be great for that.
The Persians, the Malay, like...
We can pick anything, right? Like, besides Lithuanians.
Did you get that earlier dog out there?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, Lithuanians is a bit of a stretch, maybe, but I think the rest of the...
Yeah, maybe on immersion, but not on this. And I might expect
Italians now.
Koreans or Vikings here. Koreans or Vikings.
Against what has to be Italians then, right? Because we just used the other galley civilizations and Saracens already. So it kind of has to be Italians now.
I'm trying to think what might be the immersion civ then.
Malians, 100% Malians.
Malians. Okay.
I think, yeah, Malians or maybe even Incas. Who knows? But yeah, I think we're going to go Atoll, and I think it's going to be one of the 4 civs versus Italians. That's my very concrete guess.
Incas can be a boating civ. I'm absolutely not a fan of that. To pick a civ that doesn't have siege.
Yeah, I'm so bad at guessing.
Especially on these maps.
Welcome back. Second game. Lynx is trying to strike back in the Secret Desert Cup in the grand finals, and there's one person who always advocates for the instant militia with the Lithuanians, and we are seeing the barracks getting raised up on Desert Void. We see it in
not
action.
hurting us as much as it usually would, because we have those additional houses all around the base, so we don't
Yes,
need to build our own
true.
houses.
You don't even need to build the houses, so this is great. Oh, I love this so much. This is so good.
There's also a similar play you can do with the Woo, but because it gets the additional.
Yeah, because you get the
food,
bonus. Persians can do it as well, but they have to squeeze in Loom, unfortunately. But they can do it with 0 idle time too. Of course, Lithuanians is the best. Honestly, we have so much food in the beginning with the close elephants too. This is genius.
Yeah, yeah.
If there's one map made for this, it's this one. The close elephants, the Lithuanian bonus with the bonus food, so you're not hurt that much. And yeah, okay.
But there is one issue here. We are super close to the enemy, which means there's a chance we are not scouting it fast enough, but the scout is running the right direction, so it will see the woodline. No, the enemy is there.
Yeah, if you
might
see-
have just ran into the desert void. there.
Okay. There's one thing about this map which you've just touched on. If you see a woodline, it has to be the opponent's base. There's no other woodline on this map, so it's kind of a tell. Honestly, no, please don't tell me this runs right into the scout.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
just
very
passing.
tiny, but the scout is just
No,
passing.
no.
No, the militia aren't fast enough to catch up with the
Oh,
scout.
okay, disaster averted. Honestly,
And Sandwich is probably completely focused
Sandwich.
onto the red scout running through his base.
did you call him Sandwich?
Sandfish?
Sandfish or
I might
Sandwich?
have swallowed some vowels
I'm
there.
not. I mean, this is honestly, I'm not a big fan of showing this. I'm not a big fan of showing this. I mean, it's still going. Yeah, exactly. Because now you're not
the
surprised.
quick walls are now happening.
Now you know it's coming. Now you can preemptively wall this. I think you should
Now
have
it-
surprised your opponent in the woodline. I don't think you
If
should
we would have
shown
sent a villager with this to maybe lame the elephants.
this. Maybe. But this is kind of big because if this opening doesn't achieve any value, you're kind of screwed, honestly. Like you've just set yourself.
It slows you down so much.
Yeah, that might be coming back to hurt him. Obviously, because we spent the wood on the barracks, we now have to go to stragglers first. So we are going to have to do a little bit of Gurjara stuff here. We could be... How good are militia versus elephants? I've never tried.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the two. Start luring it with the scout and then block it with the militia while they kill it or something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we... Yeah, no, this is way too close.
Well, elephant is going to get lured in just for
The
security
scout is
reasons,
also
and
dying.
The scout is running into the town center, dying. There was an idea, but it didn't go anywhere. And villagers do not need to be in the open
Yeah.
for some time.
Honestly, Sandfish has to be so happy with how this game is going. The Drush achieved nothing. Our map is absolutely brutal. This is the safest gold you could hope for.
Oh, it's all forward.
No, for Sandfish, look at the back. Like, this gold is the safest
Oh.
it could have ever been.
I was thinking of Lynx.
No,
because
look,
it's
look,
brutal,
look at
because-
Sandfish's base. That back gold is absolutely crazy.
That is gorgeous. That is so easy to ward against the edge
Gorgeous
of the map.
gold spot. And honestly, something weird has happened because usually these wood lines, they don't create that big of an opening, but both players have a huge opening towards the front here. Somehow, because one of the wood lines is just very far. Now reaching out, we didn't find our goats here, and the militia might end up getting value in the end.
That's not as much value as you would want for the militia.
Of course, yeah.
I definitely liked how Sandfish was moving out with villages to the berries and just got loom a little bit earlier than you usually would. And at least the goats have been lamed, but honestly, that's something a scout alone could have done.
Fair game now? Okay, apparently there were already two.
No, there was an opening.
Scout?
There was an opening?
And
I'm
the-
not
the-
even sure.
The blue scout is dying as well to the TC now, which shouldn't happen on this map because you have to know where where the opponent's TC is as soon as you see a wood line. Forward villagers. Honestly, how did we manage to click up so early with that drush? Still Lithuanians, right?
Well, we spent 100 food, and that's what we get extra with the town center.
Fair enough.
So
Oh,
the only thing we spent more than the opponent is 40 gold, and that's something we have for free to spend at this point. Those militia, they are still very healthy. Another one is being in the production, and we're just thinking of, well, if we're already
Honestly,
in the face of the
as
opponent, why not
Lynx-
just do a man-at-arms timing?
as Lynx, these militia can now have value by scouting what the opponent's going for. having these around to see what buildings he's dropping, that can be very, very good. It can also annoy the villagers building, so I still think these militia can do a lot. And it's also very Biscuits-like to maximize your unit value and keep the units around. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. He's trying so many things to get value off these. Circling back to the mill, I would imagine that he immediately turns around upon him hitting Feudal Age. And now he goes
doesn't
here.
want to lose health on them yet. Man at Arms
100% he goes here and scouts this now. Oh, we're adding militia! Men at Arms! This is genius.
Yeah.
This is absolutely genius. This
Still,
is something.
There's nice fight back by the villagers. The Man at Arms lost a lot of health. The supporting Man at Arms lost some health against the Lion on the way here. And this stable cannot be blocked. Now you're running to the town center.
Honestly,
that's got a big investment with not much gain from it.
I think so. However, there's men at arms on the berries. We might just fight them off because they're a little weak and we have enough villagers here. But I love the idea behind this of going, okay, he does not expect me to add militia or go men at arms because this is just a classic 2 militia build. And then he just goes for the upgrade and adds a third. That is a very nice feature.
He lost absolutely no HP on them before they were upgraded, so that was a really nice adaptation there.
Yep, Archer follow-up happening. So this somehow has transitioned into men-at-arms archers, which is crazy.
It's just very open. I would prefer some small walls that help us. We have a spear at home.
No, the problem is...
we also want to see a spear in the front against those scouts.
This should be a decent fight, but the problem is now we have 2 scouts against archers with no spearmen. Spearman is now coming forward. It is faster because Lithuanians. So we might catch up with the archers just in time. Lithuanian bonuses kicking in here. We are trying to snipe the archers. We are losing a lot of scout HP. As a trade, I don't like that too much. We did clean the archers though.
Spear was putting in the work.
And
for now we can be happy with archers and spears, but Keaton's now going for the stable for the additional attack onto the scouts.
You cannot throw away scouts like that if you play Keatons. That's a little bit sloppy here.
Yes, you really want the attack upgrades, you really want the numbers.
Lynx, by the way, until now had 0 idle TC, only now starting to get a little bit of it, which is absolutely crazy. Syndfish with 7 seconds. These players are just so good.
It feels like a different league than
Yeah.
some things we've seen, and definitely worthy of being finalists here.
Maybe we can single in on the archers here? No, we are circling back. We haven't found a good area to attack. We are now circling back, but there's a villager walling this off just in time, I would believe.
This is really nicely walled, while Lynx is still playing fully open, but we have the spear at home, spear getting a poke onto the scout.
These scouts have done
really
absolutely nothing.
There.
I don't think we need that many spears, I think we stop now. 2
Another
scouts.
hit onto the scout.
Oh, I like Lynx going, okay, he's probably walled back there anyway, or maybe he has clicked and seen that the units move weirdly. Oh, we do find nothing here. Okay, scouts going down, that was a little bit of a weird last hit.
Even the villager manages.
Oh my god, we have to see that this isn't closed. We have to somehow spot that this isn't closed, we're checking now. That is so great, that's just in the details. Walling this off can be crucial towards the later stages. Lynx trying to break here, slowly but surely applying a little bit of pressure. The pasture economy is up and rolling though for Syndfish. He did not pick up, what is this called actually, domestication. They don't have horse color, of course.
Yeah, they have different text. They do similar things.
Yes.
That's a little bit confusing. I'm not even learning the new names. I'm just calling the farm upgrade 1.
This fletching sets us back by a lot, actually.
It sets us back, but look at this. We might break through the palisade here with quite a decent amount of archers. So the pressure
and the market wall is there just in time. That is a very good recognition here. Oh, that fletching might set us back way too much for castle timing. Oh, that could be very dangerous.
The archers should be able to sit into the little corner they created now, though, to shoot villages, so they cannot finish the market.
Do you think? I think if you hit the market from the right side, you will always be able to get that up. I think.
Maybe from the corner, it just works.
Syndfish, you are pasture prime. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, Lynx had a very good idea. He's trying to find spots to attack. The problem is he has circled around almost the entire base, and he didn't even find a single spot where he could hit. The wood line, maybe. The gold is way too safe. So this is just a great map for Sandfish, and also responsible for him being up to Castle Age way earlier now, and very
Oh,
comfortably.
he just clicked inside and noticed that the archers are moving around. There was a hole next to the berries because they were
Oh.
over foraged, but that has been instantly closed by Sandfish.
Oh,
Nice
what a
recognition there.
word! I love it.
And Sandfish just safe, going to the
Oh,
next age much
wheelbarrow
faster.
2 now! Like, are we going to plan to go stay feudal age forever, or?
We weren't close to clicking up, so wheelbarrow here
Yeah.
is actually something I like. We need a good economy. The thing I don't want to see though is the open base that we are currently having.
Yeah, the problem is there's a second stable, the armor's coming in. I mean, Ketons do not have bloodlines as far as I recall for balance reasons,
Yeah.
but the Step Lancers have a lot of potential to clear a lot of this army. However,
I would love to see that army being pulled home.
yeah, once they hit Castle Age, we have to pull the archers back.
It's a little bit late once they hit
Oh
Castle
my!
Age. We see the opponent has two
Oh.
stables. We saw that the opponent built a
There's
market,
flags
so
on
we
them. We
must
have
know that
6
the
scouts.
click
We have 6 scouts with +2 attack soon because it's double for Ketons. With the armor, yeah, this army is about to die, I think, if we stay
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
And I think Lynx will be surprised by this early Castle Age time. I think he will be surprised. He is close to clicking himself, and I don't see a reason to panic over this because we are still walled at home now. And not looking too rough. We're leaving the
Where is he
spears
sending
behind.
the archers? He wants to be sneaky with the archers, but the tent just kind of shows where they are going right now. He
Yeah,
just wants to
exactly.
sneak the archers into the corner.
Yeah, but the thing is, these walls are far enough out for the archers not really to do anything other than being a target. And yeah, the Castle Age units are about to be on the field. And I think we should just straight out jump on this while we have the chance. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're going there.
Step Lancers starting to clear the spears. At least we pull the spears off the palisade wall, so they might actually get a kill onto the Step Lancer here. That was
That's
nice.
more value than I expected from them, but
And
I
the archers are showing themselves at the palisade, so we now know with the carry where we need to jump.
yeah, even perfect micro doesn't save you here. We are microing on the Step Lancer. I like that aspect. That was pretty decent micro. That's more value than I thought they would get. However, we are massing Step Lancers, and we should, with the army advantage we have. I mean, honestly, apparently Lithuanians have a lot of army on the field here. I still think we should try to go forward now with the Step Lancers, use the timing a little bit.
But yeah, we should. If we invest into army, then we need to use it.
So we're still not up to Castle Age, and if there's one thing Step Lancers are good at, is punishing opponents that are still in Feudal Age. And the timing is about to close, but I still think we can cause a lot of chaos. Oh, that's open! That's open!
Oh my god!
Oh,
that is the worst hole.
On the forward gold. Oh, this is terrible, and the GG is cold. Oh, that's a heartbreaking hole. That has to feel so bad. GG, Syndfish, taking the lead here. Damn. Yeah, it is best of 7, so this is not a match point still. So you can kind of just keep your head into the game. However, Syndfish is putting on... Like, honestly, Lynx has lost 1 game in the 3 sets he has played. And Syndfish just goes 2-0 up against him. That is...
And this game was played so insanely well. How clean the man-at-arms, the militia opening was played into a man-at-arms. It was so nice. It didn't get the value it wanted.
Yeah, I think showing the militia to the scout is... It looks so small, but I think it played such a huge role. It's so different. It's so different if you see it coming and you know it's coming and you can short wall, then, oh my god, attack notification in my wood line. It's such a big difference between those two scenarios as a player. And yeah, I think that just snowballed, like so many things going wrong, and Syndfish playing an absolutely crazy macro game again. Making the Ketons work for the first and only time in this tournament. Damn. Rough times for Lynx. Who personally, I'm gonna admit, I thought coming into this Lynx is the favorite. I saw Lynx as the favorite for this. Damn.
It's just a hole that ended it here.
True, yeah.
The only thing I didn't like, if the whole weren't there about the position, was the way we walked to the archery range. Because currently our units were archers, there were quite a few archers in this range, we cannot pop them out into our base. But they can kind of hold against step lancers if they sit behind walls. So there was another overchop on the wood line too, on the right next to it.
Yeah, it's on this map because of the wood lines like making your base super huge. It's compact, yes, but it's also super wide. I think Step Lancer is the perfect unit to kind of like. It's so hard to be walled reliably.
There was even a third overchop in the south.
Yeah, it's so hard on this map to stay walled reliably, especially against something like Step Lancers. It's just rough times.
The walls were a little bit too passive. The walls were all pretty much on the edges of the wood line, so the overchops happen. But it's not the overchop that killed us. It's literally just the gap between the houses.
Arbase has joined the chat, says Syndfish is a really solid player and I think they're just not easy to surprise. That's how it looks like. Syndfish has a plan.
Yeah.
He adapts to the map, he knows what he wants to do and he executes on it. That's usually what Lynx set apart from all his opponents, so come on, surely we can get back. I mean, we still have a couple of home maps to play because this was actually Syndfish's home map that Lynx chose to go to, so... Lynx is trying to get his first victory in this best of 7 grand final. We are on Atoll, the most water-heavy map in the tournament. We don't have any landlock on either side. That hasn't played much of a role so far, though. Maybe this time it will. And this is supposed to be an admin restart, because we are missing berries for Lynx. Apparently we didn't.
Oh...
This would be an admin re. And maybe he liked his opening and so much that he didn't, or maybe he just didn't realize, or maybe he thought that there were no berries. He should be familiar though, it's his home map and he has played it in the tournament before.
I think you completely zone out berries and like 10-15 minutes in when you think, okay, I need to start to
when I play hybrid
for market.
When I play hybrid and water maps, I always go to the berries at the same time, which is early feudal age when my sheep are gone. That's always when I go for the berries. So I would realize this, but obviously that moment is too late for a restart. So maybe he noticed it later on and couldn't.
But I generally go everything on wood and gold to go 3-4 dock production.
I mean, yeah, on a full water map maybe. Yeah, that is fair enough. We might be seeing some chatting. There might, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see an in-game pause coming. Of course, we won't see the pause, but we will see the chatting that happens during the pause potentially. So there might be something coming when they talk about it and check with the admin, which was so cool. I wouldn't be too surprised to see that. That's a big disadvantage for Lynx. However, you could argue the fact that we didn't call a restart. Maybe he won the game, or he had a good opening at least, because otherwise, you know where I'm getting at, right?
I think it was, no matter how it went, it was probably already so late into the game that it just didn't feel like restart. Not liking this dog at all. Oh my god, there's no deep fishing nearby. We go.
Superhero. If it's Dota versus Kizio, this will be restarted at 20 minutes of game time. That's a very nice and cheeky TCC2 reference there. I know what happened there, that was something. Because they restarted after 20 minutes because there were no berries on Roll Rage. We do send the scout forward very early, so I probably think we want to snipe the dog position here. Or, not sniping, but we want to find out where the dog is. I like that move from Syndfish, once again very aware of what the necessary steps are on maps like this.
Both players going for back dock. Vikings obviously cannot think about a fire play at all. They have to go into galleys, but will be rewarded when they hit Castle Age with their longboats. The Italian player going for back dock too, so this should be a galley war.
Yeah, the thing is, even with galleys and later war galleys, I think war galleys actually do fine against longboats. The longbow obviously having the advantage that you don't need any upgrades for them, so they can just come out right away.
Finding the villager, and that's a weak villager on the dock.
Oh yeah, we pull them back. We pull it back. Oh, trap! Palisade here, scout dies. Or maybe? Now I think there's... We are going for it! I don't think this is closed though, I think you can run past
this. No,
it
isn't, it isn't. You cannot close the
edge
of the water
No!
with...
What?
Oh, yeah.
What? He wanted to delete his. He wanted to delete the palisade in a grand final.
This is. Oh my god.
This
I'm sorry, whoever this is.
$100 on the line.
Oh my god, 2 games down already.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't believe
We
it.
were not content with the dog position, so we are fixing it.
This went from hero to zero with the walling into.
We can't even click up if we had the food because that was our second up building.
Oh my
no.
god.
This hurts.
I mean, if you were 2-0 up in the set, I mean, okay, but oh my god.
Now you need to retask the fishing ships so they actually start working.
I can't even wrap my head around how his mental has to look like at this point. Wait, why did... There's no walls, we don't need a transport, there's no walls. I mean, maybe the walls are coming up now. No, that's a forward wall, that's probably getting scouted.
Yeah, but we probably want to do some forward shenanigans without being spotted.
Probably, but the transport is unnecessary, there's no walls preventing us to do anything.
Maybe a misclick?
Might be an added fishing ship that he wanted to do. Maybe.
No, villagers are now going to the transport ship. 3 villagers are going to be packed into it.
Okay, how much does Lynx know about Blue's map? Not that much. He is gaining the information now with the scout. Oh, this villager cannot be discovered. I don't think he would send that villager forward if that dark thing doesn't happen. I don't think.
Yeah,
I think that's a desperation play.
This is just a desperation play.
Yeah.
And at least he's saving the 150 wood that his opponent spent for
the second dock.
It's
Yeah.
100 wood.
I mean, he doesn't spare it because he had to redock himself. So there's that.
But his Vikings could be
it's cheap.
more expensive.
Yeah, it's cheaper. That's
dock
true.
for other civs.
No, all he did was play around the Viking bonus. Deletion.
Yeah.
Putting the Viking bonus to good use.
Forward dock by Vikings? No. That has to be forward military building.
Okay, so we went across the
entire... barracks has been built at home, next to the town center. We are just trying to get a forward range here. And this is going to be a very sneaky forward range. This should go
And this is the moment where, after the dock, we probably, on top of everything, realized that we don't even have berries. And go a mill at home. This is so terrible.
So scuffed.
Oh my god. Oh, forward range. I mean, I like this. I like this. If
the forward range is going on. It's working.
Oh, blue is suspicious. Blue is suspicious. Oh, even with town watch, this is not in range. Even with town, but honestly, the way the scout is hovering.
You should be suspicious. You see the scout constantly running in and
this
out
is
of
very
the same
suspicious.
area. This is just the I'm waiting for my support units to arrive here.
The problem is he did pick up town watch, which was a great move, and we're just one tile away from spotting this. Oh, there's so many unlucky things
happening. Now it's
happening.
a forward barracks on Lynx's island, but at the same time, Syndfish at least afforded some military ships, a fire ship and a gale coming forward.
The transport is sent into like not needed for now territory on the left. It's just there. Galley is coming forward now. Maybe to snipe some fish. We are going for a galley at home to defend this. Oh, there's a fire ship ahead of this. I like this. For blue, if we kill this fish, then Lynx is really in trouble. Did we spot this? Oh, we might be spotting this with the forward will that goes to wall. This villager, no. No, we're not spotting it. We are starting to fight against galleys. We are pulling the fishing ships away. I would expect to see a fire galley by Vikings. Yeah, good call, Zardes.
Yeah, that's
fire galley by Vikings.
I would love to see a fire galley in defense here because you're one dock. You know.
Yeah, but it's Vikings.
But you can't do it.
It's
not possible.
Yes, that's the one weakness they have.
And the archers are out. Woodline has been evacuated by Syndfish.
Oh, this tower is so good.
Villager lost.
This tower is so good.
There's no villager under the town center.
Look at this tower. It defends berries, gold, and woodlines.
Yeah. It just protects everything.
Villagers casually walking. Oh, no, we did not spot this. Archers on the other side. Now, this is pure madness.
Yeah.
We just said that we didn't want these games anymore, and you're coming with this?
It is slightly different, okay? It was only 3 villages that were transported, not 4.
Okay, so archers are in place here. Oh, TC getting some nice shots. TC is of course being much more efficient now, and we are going to try to fight this with villagers. The tower has to go up here. I don't mind this too much.
There's not too many archers on the field, and they do not have fletching. There is no blacksmith yet.
Lynx realizing that TC isn't gathered, we can just walk through this. I don't know where to look right now. We are rushing up the tower, and that tower
is actually getting a lot of damage with the archers.
Oh, that's a lot of dead villagers.
Kills on the berries. They can range a lot of stuff that isn't exactly in tower range.
And we are still microing here while rushing up the tower in defense. That's a great defense from Lynx. And this tower is even better. Okay, we can't decide what woodline we want to take. Oh, these 2 short walls are just brilliant. I love it so much. These short walls are so much value. And
as Vikings still, it's not the worst to transition to farms if you must. And
oh, that spear can actually be good against the fire here. That spear deals bonus damage against the fire, and there's a little bit of what the hell is happening here.
If that wouldn't be the thing, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, there's a galley in here.
It's not a notable amount of damage though.
We are still microing the archers under the tower to annoy the people on the woodline. The point I was making earlier is this tower from Lynx is also very good. It protects 2 woodlines and the gold. Both towers very, very needed and very, very good in terms of their placement. And suddenly Lynx is leading in score. And this game has gotten closer than I expected. Lynx is clawing his way back into this one. Fletching only now coming for Syndfish. That's the big difference maker, I think, was fletching for a long time for Lynx.
And it's a horrid blacksmith. That blacksmith is blocking possible farming.
I mean, ideally you don't really need a lot of
Saracen Echo here.
Yeah, we have to be careful. These are skirmishers with fletching now. Nice micro from Red to keep the archer pressure up. Okay, fletching was a big difference maker because first of all the tower has more range and covers more area. The archers can harass better, and the galleys are also affected. Now we're losing the archer, but I think it got finally too much with all the APM that has to be going on here. We do have archers.
The economic KD is still great for Lynx, 8-4.
Yeah, that's true. We have to be careful with those archers. These archers now idling a little bit of the farms. I don't mind that. You can position one of these archers on stand ground every single farm and idle 4 farms. That's something I like to do, and I feel so bad when doing it. But it's very, very nice and efficient if you don't have anything else to do with them.
Oh, I just feel bad for the opponent when they let me do it.
That is true, and I hate when I do it because it feels so unfair. But it's a good play. And this is a little inefficient. I want to see.
But there's only 1 single villager on the farms right now.
Oh, we are getting our first lumber camp back. For the sake of not paying attention by Red anymore.
Lynx is trying to get a new angle with those archers, but there's 2 galleys waiting, and galleys are kind of good.
Look at Red. There's like I'm not sure if we're actively if we're using these intentionally, these galleys, but Red has a lot of stray galleys. I would like to see him reunite these into a bigger group in order to slowly but surely take control of the water, but it's so hard to play when this micro is happening with archers. We could pull the galleys here. Galleys with fletching can actually help a lot in this fight, for both players actually. I mean, blue should have the reinforcements here. In the back dock for Lynx here, there is a galley mass starting to be produced. I'm going to be interesting.
Yeah, Lynx is actually getting nicely onto water. He's even harassing the woodline in the south with galleys. A little bit, if we don't have to fight.
Oh, look at this! This is such a great dock towards the
and the archers are into the woodline, in Syndfish's woodline. We moved out to it, so we're getting punished.
That's very nice.
Pay attention to it.
And the fact that this is even a competitive game after what happened, like no berries, still leading the dock, this is absolutely crazy.
It's so weird.
This is. How did we get here? I have no idea.
Lynx played it so well with the fishing ship. Moved the fishing ship pretty much over the whole map, and now is using them on a forward dock. Pretty much I lost 1 or 2.
This is so annoying. Maximum. I wish we could clean this up some more. I mean, we could send these galleys out and kill them maybe. Honestly, send these galleys out and kill this army. Yeah. I mean, once again, I don't really know where to look. This galley
It's so
killing
many
the
things
villager.
going on.
And we're patrolling them. There's something everywhere.
The
There's
galleys
like...
popped out of the dock. They are now starting to kill the archers that are at the coastline.
Perfect. That is perfect. And we are baiting the archers into the tower here. That is a little bit questionable. Oh, that is big. All the archers going down, but we have clicked up to Castle Age for Syndfish. Italian's always great for that in such messy games, because it's just that little bit cheaper to go to the Castle Age. However, this game is so messy, I'm not even sure if you can use Castle Age properly. Let's see.
That is the big question. There's a nice galley mass for Lynx, and Lynx could shut down the fishing economy and have the galleys on the wood line.
Yeah, Lynx could really stabilize by getting killing a bunch of water units now with those. That's the first how do I call this? That's the first number of galleys we can actually call a group or like fleet or whatever in this game.
Yeah.
And we are 25 minutes into a water map, by the way, so that's telling you a lot about how this game went. I love it. Like Lynx is just calmly fishing from Syndfish Island in the south.
I just love how many fishing ships he's adding. Three more in the Q6 already on the map.
Oh, all the fishing ships in the front about to go down. Castle Age doesn't matter. This is dead. This is completely dead.
The aggression is coming in. The water play for Syndfish currently not really working, even though we are an age ahead.
Oh, here, look at this. We have galleys here. There's no escape. This is a nice pincer movement. We just have to realize now. That's where the idle military hotkey is so great to have, because you just pick up all the random units and suddenly, oh wait, I have units again. And Lynx has clicked up to Castle Age. He now has to be careful not to take too much damage. This transport is not loaded up with units. I don't like... Yeah, this Castle Age, we're not really in a position to get a lot of advantage with this Castle Age. There's... Yeah, War Galley is coming in, but...
Yeah, that is a late War Galley upgrade, but we never were able to get some numbers onto the field.
Yes, and I would have preferred... I would have preferred the crossbow upgrade for the range that we are filling up right now, towards the left of red space again.
Keep your eye on the galley mast. The dock is currently building one demolition ship in there. If that demolition ship with the war galley upgrade is hitting onto that mast, that is a game changer, and Syndfish will be back on control. Oh, he's moving into a worse spot. That demo is popping at just the right
angle.
He
kills it!
No, he turned around.
That is...
saying that would have been an insane hit there.
Yeah, absolutely fair enough. And I think having crossbows in, honestly, instead of the war galley upgrade, these could be crossbows. And maybe we would have a little bit more leverage on the left side.
We still have Botkin on them, so they...
That's true, that's fair.
Would slaughter wills if they would hit them.
That is that's also fair. Lynx, I would expect to see the war galleys upgrade too.
Just moving into the middle.
Where is it? War galley, war galley, war galley, war galley. Not coming yet. We are expanding towards the middle, and long term, having the middle position with all the resources. Oh, look at Lynx, he's stonewalling. He's stonewalling the front. He will take all of the middle space, and I absolutely love it, because long term that can be a great position to be in. Botkin before War Galley, which if you're behind with the upgrades, I don't mind staying on galleys for a little bit longer, because they feel better to move around.
Well, it's the price. War Galley is expensive. It costs a lot of wood, and we didn't have that. But 200 food, 100 gold, that's something we could afford at the time.
Yeah.
But
oh, no. Never will this TC go up.
Those villagers will be quite out of position. They barely managed to sneak through.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. We do have the numbers here in terms of villagers. We could pull some galleys over.
Syndfish is not paying attention to the galleys in the meantime, though. Only 4 galleys chasing the mass of Lynx.
Oh, we could turn around. We could turn around and kill this.
We are just eating that. Yeah.
No, we just turn around and kill. The archers are running into the TC.
Oh my god,
galleys,
so many things
okay.
are going on.
We could move the galleys here and completely kill this.
Yeah.
Oh, gatehouse, anything! Oh, unfortunate. Okay, sad. There's a lot of flashing stuff on the minimap that I have to look to, and look at all those outposts. Yeah, if there was any doubt,
that got into the middle to drop the town center.
This is a great game. This is a great final. This is a great tournament overall. Look at how much stuff there is. Look at the minimap. There's like red and blue dots everywhere.
There's a mangonel being chased down by villagers on Lynx's
I don't even know
island.
where. Oh yeah, here. This tournament has been so much fun, honestly.
Yeah, since when was there able to see Jack? It's too much going on right now. But one thing that is going on, and that's really important here, is Lynx starting to master galleys and getting way ahead
Are
in
you?
military production. Even was able to tear down one of the docks that was in the back for Sandfish. And the
Yeah.
economy is just rolling ahead, 70 to 43. When
Look
did
at the
that
score
happen?
difference! How did we get here? Oh yeah, I see. Economy units. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, this is my respect for whoever Lynx is has shot up by like already. I was already thinking they were an absolutely great player, but after this game, with this disasters of a start, I'm gonna book a course for Perkins. Okay, that's too much of a shot. I'm sorry, but still, I'm so impressed. I have so much respect for Lynx. Actually, no. I retract that. I'm booking a course for Horned Viper. If Perkins is Horned Viper, then I think it's legitimate. And Perkins is in the chat. Hello, sorry. I take it back if you're not Horned Viper, okay? I take it back if you are not Horned Viper. Okay, we do see a big clash of galleys. I do like the fires in the as a little bit of a meat shield. However, the micro is
Yeah,
very
you're
much on
calling it a
point.
big clash. It's currently 25 ships to 9.
Okay, it's not a big
It's
clash. It's not a big clash, but it's a decisive clash. And
it was so
I
insanely well
I wanna
played by
like
Lix there with all the things that went wrong.
I wanna see this game again. This game was so beautiful. I wanna see it again. Honestly, I'm sad it's
This,
over.
this is definitely a contender for game of the tournament, the way it played out.
And that's to say after 4 sets of Chris and a couple of very wild Dynakill games. But this is definitely. I'm happy that we got this because I was waiting for a real banger on Atoll, and that's what we got, and we got it in the final.
Yeah.
No better no better time than right now. And Lynx got on the board. We have a set on our hands.
Oh, I'm so happy for that.
Yeah, and might. I mean, yeah. Not really much to say about it. I'm just very happy for him. I just want to have a great final into great reveal. Let's go back to the draft. Because this is the last draft we will see in this tournament. Atoll has been played, the home map of Lynx, he was the favorite coming in. What do you mean?
Ghost Rider's message got deleted. That saying thank you is just so offensive spam.
Ghost Rider said, I hope you learned your lesson. Why is that offensive? I don't even know what Nightbot's onto at this point. Honestly. I don't know how Nightbot works. Okay, so. Sandfish has two home maps now.
Ghost Rider just wrote tie.
Did he?
I hope you learned the lesson came from Nightbot.
Oh, so you're not allowed to.
It was a lower caps thank you tie. Stop spamming caps.
On the lowercase thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nightbot is pissed about something. I might have offended him. I don't know. Something's wrong. Something's happening with Nightbot. I have no clue. Well, let's talk about the drafts quickly. Sandfish now has to. Otter. Why? Why is this? Okay, I'm getting pissed off by Nightbot at this point. I'm just gonna try to ignore it. I'm so sorry. I might have to fix that. But honestly, I've been talking about fixing it for 1.5 years at this point.
Yeah.
In any case,
The streamer promise.
yeah, exactly. You just promise in a moment and then you never deliver. Please forgive me. Sandfish versus Lynx. He's still in the lead, Sandfish, and he has to choose to go for either Immersion or Sunburn for his home maps, or go towards Shadow Plains of Boulder Forest for his opponent. And because this is best of 7, we still have so many choices to make here. Honestly, I'm not even gonna try to guess what he's gonna do. I just want to see the next game at this point.
It is such a great stop for the momentum that Sandfish was building up.
Yeah.
And more importantly, it is such a great stop for Lynx's momentum to go downhill. Like, It's one thing to win against the opponent after being 2 games down. It's another way to win after you deleted your first dock. You didn't have any berries.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's so insane.
Sandfish doesn't know any of this. We are back, the 4th game of this grand final. I can't wait to see this matchup. The first time, wait, is it the first time? Because Persians have been picked a lot, but not really played. So I'm happy to see Persians for Lynx. Because Persians are just one of the best hybrid maps historically, and just even still in today's meta game, they're just so great. They can do everything.
Yeah.
And with the faster working dogs, more HP on the dogs, faster working TC, they're just set up great. And
just with their strong dogs, I would like to see the Persian player to go for forward dogs.
Yes, we've seen that out of Persians. A lot of the time, our base is calling for a douche. I don't think we're going to see that.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
And like I said, if this is Apollo, he played Malians in practice against me on this map, and I think it's fair to say that Malians are one of the best hybrid map civs too, because with the wood you spare on the buildings and the bonus gold you get from the villagers, you can also put in a lot of fight both on land and the water, so I think both civilizations are bound to be very good choices for both players here.
Yeah, Manlet is definitely something I see less in pro play for water maps.
Superhero! No, just kidding. Honestly, here, the deer dodged the first volley. I didn't even know that was possible, and then it ran back, and now the deer's behind the TC. That's unfortunate. I don't think it'll fix itself, just small spikes, not the biggest deal. Okay, if it's harmless, it's not superhero. Okay, we can exclude him now again. Why am I so mean? Honestly, I don't even know. I'm usually not a mean person. I guess... I don't know. Something's wrong.
We have a dog into the middle pond for Lynx. And there's a bit
of we are seeing the clash of dogs. I would like the scout to, well, do his job and scout if there's an enemy dog.
Yeah. I mean, I think Syndfish already did that. Didn't see a dog, so he just went away. Oh no, he didn't.
Okay, the thing is, if you, I get why you would keep your scout close, but you can check the other side. If blue scout comes, your scout is still close, right? Like you can check the other side. You can do that. But he didn't, so we are going to end up in the middle, and I think for this standoff, I prefer Persians because Persians can be up earlier.
Yeah.
And the dog will be pumping out these fires
the faster
earlier.
Production with the tanky dog means you will not get the Persian player off this pond.
Yeah, you might just have to abandon.
You will have to invest more than the Persian player does.
But then again, Syndfish saw that this was the most central dog, and he chose to do it anyway. Like he had to know that would be a risk worth taking. Like, this is something you have to expect, right, from Persian, to just straight up go towards the closest or the central pond. And he still chose to do it anyway. Maybe he's just confident. Maybe he's confident about his hybrid play. So, bit of a tell, maybe.
And Lynx has definitely spotted it, while Syndfish, at this point, should have absolutely no idea.
Zardos would know, because he's a fellow pond enjoyer. Am I? Yeah, I do like my hybrid maps, I can't deny that.
Water is healthy. Water is healthy.
I think I've seen a lot more water than I have than I drank during the whole cast. But yeah, we are going for the Rhino, pushing in the deer at the same time. Just very nice stuff. Both players with not much idle time. In this matchup, one thing I like to, or I would hope Malians will do, is to go very heavy on army, especially in Castle Age, to prevent the Persians from dropping their TCs, or if they drop TCs to just... Okay, that's my general rule against Persians. If you force them to make a lot of army, their TCs will not be as efficient, right? Because they produce faster, but you also need the wood. So I always try to make them forced to go for a lot of army, and that's usually just by going for a lot of army yourself. So I hope Malians... Malians are the perfect civ to do it with, honestly. Like, Malians can play so aggressively in early Castle Age that I think
we're showing the opponent that we have docked the same pond here.
I think you should know at this point. You just click one fishing ship around, and you should know. And this is also why I like Syndfish spotted this, and apparently he has abandoned his fishing ship production, which I really like. I hope he redocks somewhere now.
I generally don't like that we went for 4 fishing ships here. That was a little bit greedy, and Syndfish could adjust the saved wood here with the early barracks already starting with the militia production, because Man-at-Arms is just such a strong
Okay.
opponent for this map.
Okay, Apollo confirmed. I am going to log in that this is Apollo, because the way he plays and this opening on immersion, it just screams Apollo to me. I'm off the auto guess.
Opening for this map.
Yeah, but yeah. I can see that, but a first pick atoll for auto, nah, I don't see it.
Oh, Lynx is not paying attention. The scout goes down. Such a valuable unit gone for now. We're building the barracks at home. Should probably go into defensive archery range quite fast, but we also need to be able to afford a fire ship.
Superhero, you might be making fun of me, but in some of the sets, like, it looked like it could be Otter at some point. Syndfish didn't always look like he's looking right now.
No, neither player is getting a fire ship for that pond. This is really bugging me.
Yeah, both players are. Yeah, you just take it. It's fine.
No, you take it.
But if that happens, the one player. So much into it. In this, I mean, probably both players realize this is just one pond. It's going to be half empty anyway, so not much to be done. There's one fire coming out now.
And now there's a galley coming out onto that pond.
Oh, that is great. That galley makes sure that you stay on that pond forever. The galley denies.
Okay. It's on the new second pond. Yeah, that's really good then. I was afraid it was on the...
No, this is great. This completely denies any sort of contesting on the water here, so I really much like it. The Men-at-Arms are going to be walled. I like the short walls here, because we saw the Men-at-Arms.
Yeah.
That's the perfect response. And the archers will just perfectly defend this pretty conveniently, I think. Nice builds by both players. Of course, Red is going to be reacting for now, but he's just calmly pulling one villager, not really scared too much. And that just speaks to the confidence and the quality of these players. They just know what to do in these types of situations. I might be completely dead already. Is this a hole? No, there's a berry patch behind. Okay.
Is now coming forward. Actually, an angle where the fire ship could deal some damage onto them, but the fire ship is going to be distracted.
Okay, we are now sending range units forward, and we might be forced to drop a tower on the gold for Lynx, because we don't really have a safe gold to take. Yeah, we have to go for a tower 100%. If we don't have army against this, if this gold is denied, we don't have any gold. We have to tower this.
Can we have archers at home? Blacksmith is just now coming.
I mean, yeah.
No blacksmith.
I'm surprised.
So the forward range units are not really that threatening.
I am surprised that we didn't pressure this gold with our range units, because that might have just. Oh, this is open. Still, okay. Now we are fully walled. Yeah. I would have expected to go a little bit more aggressive on the gold. Maybe to force the tower out. Oh, this galley could actually help with the fight. Shooting at the archer now, and so we see it coming. What is the archer doing? It has to be a misclick.
It spawned from the front of the archer.
Yeah, honestly, if pathing is ever going to be fixed, the next thing I want them to take a look at is where units spawn with gather points, because that's so horrific.
Not where they spawn, but where they get ejected in general.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes there is space and they just get ejected at the opposite side of the building.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense sometimes. Syndfish putting on a lot of pressure here. We are losing archers, which isn't great, because that's usually a unit you want to have in numbers.
Especially because Lynx has fletching and Syndfish doesn't. You shouldn't lose the archers in that situation.
Syndfish going for... Oh god, he's going for triple... No, he's going for double dock domination at this point. Which is... double dock domination. That's not the triple dock, that's triple D.
Well, both players are on 2 points now.
Triple D domination.
Lynx also has expanded onto the eastern pond and has added 3 fishing ships.
Oh yeah, I completely missed that with all the Man-at-Arms shenanigans. Why are we so idle?
Even going into that, even send a villager forward, so they will be contesting that.
This is a completely different approach to immersion that we've seen in the entire tournament. In no
First 11
game.
games I've seen by Chris games, so that would be different.
Fair enough. But still, like, we've seen a lot of like one pawn or like outside pawn gameplay a lot. But these players are really set on occupying the middle pawns. Oh, this is a lot of fighting with villagers. We are clearing the army though,
Yeah.
so good
Syndfish's
defense.
army was a little bit out of position there. The skirmishers were able to pick off the ranged units while there was no attention paid
And
to
we
them.
see horse color with no farms added. That's something that
Castle
I
Age
really
clicked for
like.
Syndfish.
What? Sorry?
Castle Age clicked for Syndfish.
Oh, that is a big difference.
Well, look at resources. 755 gold on hand for Lynx. We didn't get at the right resources here.
There's one galley just completely. I mean, there's a fire galley coming out because
Yeah.
Red did dock. Honestly, that galley couldn't deny the dock. That's unfortunate. The fire galley will, however, re-establish the control over that pond.
There's also Fire Galley coming out for Syndfish, so
Yeah,
this,
that's what I'm
this
saying.
one pond will be
Oh,
full.
oh yeah, true. We did see that.
Both
Okay.
players are making Fire Galleys.
Oh, this is. I love hybrid maps if they are played at high level. Like, there's just so much going on, and you have to always decide where you want to use what resource. Blacksmith stable now.
Archers are killing the fishing ships on the central pond. I don't even know when the fire ship went down over there.
Good question. But this is.
Oh, and a really nice move in the
Oh,
southern pond.
nice.
The galley moves behind docks, so the fire ship, if not micros correctly.
Very, very nice. We are now pressuring a little bit. We are like 120 behind, roughly, to Castle Age. The Malians switching into knights now, double stable. I mean, the food economy doesn't look that great. We still have a lot in the bank, transitioning to farms now. But these knights will be a big power spike. Of course, Persians, they do have access to camels. So, but we don't have a stable yet. So, for now, if
We
you
do
can...
have a stable, there's two scouts on the
Oh
map
yeah,
for
sorry,
the
there's a
players,
stable on
so
the
then-
right. I'm mistaken here. However,
I don't know where it is myself and can't see it.
if we find our way into the economy of Lynx with a couple of early knights, that might be a good... Oh, honestly, no. The knights can just clean up this army. I think that's also something that you can do. Second TC for Syndfish. And the knights should now jump on this army. That's exactly what's happening. We do go for forging. Forging usually not an upgrade I would expect to see for camels, because usually you want the armor. Because usually you play around the bonus damage, so the forging doesn't make as big of a difference as maybe the armor
No.
would. So maybe
Here's a
he
funny
also
thing.
wants knights. So maybe he also wants knights. I don't know. I like the monastery though against the knights. That's kind of secures a little bit of a stabilization.
Here's a small funny thing. The way Syndfish vaulted towards the edge of the water,
Yeah.
it was open the whole time.
I mean, yeah, of course you cannot vault with you there.
It's just
I mean,
what
he
it was
vaulted
there.
as far as he could buy himself time by having the other units walking around it, right? Like, it still forces the units to walk around, but... there was...
Scouts picked up a villager in the south.
Yeah, I saw
The
that. That's
fallen
great.
villager.
Second TC now for Lynx as well. There is a couple of camels on the field now, plus a monastery.
Second stable coming up.
So we are transitioning. This is this castle age looks as different as it could from that feudal age. The knights are onto the wood line and they just chose not to go there anymore. That's
Now they
unfortunate.
want to run into the gold, or they want to run.
I think
onto
we
the
didn't
house
look. Yeah, that's a
on-
very cute quick wall. The knights have to go 5 tiles around in order to hit the wall right now.
Yeah, but with the camels and the monks there, the knights don't want.
Yeah,
don't even come there.
100%.
I like the investment into wall galley to get a little bit better control of the docks. And Lix did a thing where he just created one single fire ship inside of the one pond just to make.
I mean,
Syndfish invest a little bit more.
there's one thing. I do like the upgrade on the pond because long term, if you have control over these ponds, that could transition to a lot of land security as well. With the one problem that Malians, they don't have Galleon in the late game. So
I don't think on these kind of maps Galleon is too important. Right now it's just
if
about
you
contemporary
wanna use the
control.
pawns
And you will
for
get
fishes,
cannon galleons are the most important things at that point.
I don't think Lynx should ever go back on this with fire ships. I think he should, like...
Yeah.
This was a waste of resources, but well. Camels going forward now. We do get Bowsaw. Syndfish does not have Bowsaw. A little bit unfortunate. Not being able to squeeze it in time.
And now the opening in the back of the base.
We are
Might be a
open.
little bit
We
annoying.
are on stone for Syndfish
We
now
are
too.
also sending the fishing ships forward. Huh.
Cavalry mirror, of course, husbandry for the movement speed, very important. And classic cavalry mirror, the one who puts down monastery usually wins. Both players realizing that monasteries are very good against cavalry units. Camels taking a little bit of damage. If Lynx, if Syndfish can produce more numbers and has earlier husbandry, he can force a fight on these camels because they're slower. So we have to be careful with those camels. We need not bloodlines. We need husbandry ourselves.
Husbandry is in for Lynx.
Oh, it is? Okay, I missed it. But then
Yeah.
the speed is equalized.
I just checked.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Fishing ships now moving around for red. I'm not quite sure what they're doing.
I think he didn't scout the back fish, so the closest one they saw was kind of forward. That's why they.
Oh, that's terrible. It's absolutely
Yeah, but
terrible.
he has a nice amount of docks in the back, adding some fish economy there.
Oh, Lynx
Those
with
players
the
are
awareness.
really
Look at
good
this.
expanding onto the water.
Lynx is sending a knight towards the bottom corner just to see what's going on there, if there's a dock, or maybe to go for further scouting. I really like what he's doing. Third TC coming up. Syndfish was faster to the second TC, but somehow, in terms of economy, Lynx is pulling ahead. Like, not the best macro in this game. Honestly, I'm quite confused.
Syndfish doesn't want the third TC. We're saving the stone that we have and we're getting more of it because there is a castle.
Oh, that is... Oof, we pulled back. If we got behind the red camels, all of these are going to take massive hits. Pulled away just in time. There's the Biscuits outpost. And, why does he have so many? Oh, it's the 14 fishing ships. Yeah, of course. Red is just fishing out of his mind. That's where the lead comes from. Oh, foraging now coming in for Syndfish. We are jumping on this. Still a bit more numbers. More numbers. Yeah, that is true. It's Persian TCs. So Persians are content. I think Persians are fine on 2 TC with how fast they are producing. Lynx, however, is closer to Imperial Age resources soon. Oh.
That castle doesn't hit anything. It will create a lot of pressure, but
the thing
is up to Imperial Age.
We are
for castle. This is
yeah,
a
first
really
of all,
good position for
Lynx will be earlier to Imperial Age. Secondly, we do have monks in place. We have monks, and we are closer to red, so the reinforcements will jump out of the stables, and I don't think this is a great move for Syndfish.
But Lynx also wants to go for Fort Castle. The villagers are coming out.
Yeah, but we will be. This does not go up. No chance. He will lose the fight here. I mean, maybe the numbers.
Because the villagers are currently tanking without the camels.
Oh, if the villagers are tanking, you might be right. Then it might be okay. I misspoke. If the villagers are tanking, this is terrible.
Numbers game looks really good for Syndfish. That's now 30 to 40.
Yeah, but now reinforcements are coming out. The monks are coming out. We are trying the quick walls on the castle. Oh my god, this is going to be so crucial. What is happening? How did this game suddenly explode? The camels are onto the villagers. And I think with the defender's advantage is on display here. And I think both will deny the castle of the other player. Oh no, there was a quick wall. Maybe we convert this with a monk now. This villager could be converted with a monk. That's the way we deny this. Red is pulling more villagers.
One villager, yeah. He's cancelling the.
Oh, he's deleting it.
He has to delete it.
And Red's castle goes up
before Lynx would, and Lynx's castle would just shoot down all the villages.
And
there. So this is a really great position for Lynx to be in now.
Yes, exactly. And I like to always point out defender's advantage, and there was no better example in the tournament than what defender's advantage means than this castle standoff right there. Yeah, that's bad, obviously, for Syndfish. And Lynx now has a great castle, which expands the space, secures the stone, secures maybe this gold even. And we are up to the Imperial Age.
Syndfish was calculating with the castle, so he can't click up right now. Even with the resources on hand, he has to rush down the university and is trying to get resources to be able to at least build a defensive castle.
There's no defender's advantage in AoE 2 Hero 2025? I don't think so, because Hero is the one who was always explaining how defender's advantage worked in the first place. He's the one I got it from! So maybe he said it in some sort of sarcastic way, or some like weird game. Defensive castle for Syndfish going up. Both civilizations have access to bombard cannons. Towards the late game, Malians with Farimba have better camels, so there's that, potentially. But Lynx still has better economy and better timing, and I think that's all he needs. Oh, this is still open, this is still open! They weren't joking about the fucking outposts!
Yes.
Oh, this is such a great comment to make! Wait, but that actually... That might be someone who doesn't play against biscuits that often. Right?
I honestly don't know who is whose training partner.
I
but
think
definitely that's someone who.
it's apparently it's someone, unless this is mind games. Apparently it's someone who has heard about biscuits outposts but hasn't like really seen them, or isn't that familiar with biscuits. He just heard it, right?
Wait, yeah, but something that's notable, with the current aggression, Lynx has actually thrown a lot of camels in the base of Syndfish, which
That is true.
gives back the military numbers to Syndfish. We only have knights on the map currently for Lynx, but trebuchets is coming.
I don't like how much gold Syndfish is floating. Of course, with Malians, no. With Malians, that always happens because of the bonus they have, because they just get more gold. But still, the trap is out, it is protected. We are going for pikes now, which I think I like.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to go into the camel war.
Yeah, long term you don't want to play into better camels, so I don't mind the pikes.
The knights are protecting, but the knights are not.
Oh, this is dangerous.
The camels have big numbers, so this trebuchet is going down. We're just pulling back the second one. We know we can't.
We do have monks. We do have a couple of units streaming in. There is pikemen now, and pikemen do so well against camels. And the traps are dead. A little bit of a momentum, loss of momentum here for Lynx. That was a little bit. I mean, I get that he felt like he was in a rush. Probably after the castle fight, didn't expect so many camels to show up. And here we see chemistry, even with Malians, taking such a long time to research. Even with Malians, it's like 50 seconds. The problem is Lynx has better economy and he has found the composition he wants to play already. The same cannot be said for Syndfish. Syndfish is behind on traps and bombard cannons, and so he will be the one who has to engage, but there's pikemen on the field. So
Syndfish currently looks for a comp of camels and the better mix, which is a really strong comp.
That's true.
But you have to get in. You have only one castle working at this point, so it will take some time to get the numbers. Oh.
Light Cav coming in. Maybe we want to look for some raiding. That's a little bit weird, in my opinion. I like the second castle in the bottom. Like, controlling these pathways of castles, it's such a good way to play this game, to play this map in the late game, because there's not really a good way to pass this castle, right? Like, you kind of have to walk through it. It's on a hill. It controls the resources. It controls the choke point. Very, very good late game play by Lynx, adding a TC behind it to be safe. We're just gonna try the same thing again. We do have traps, we do have pikes, and for now, Gebettos will not have the easiest time. We have to constantly micro them if we want to defend this. 4 traps already on the field. Oh, this is...
Yeah, we need a trap mask to get a good push going.
Oh, this is so dangerous. The knights...
because we expect defensive.
We are jumping on the Gebetto. And the camels on the traps. No, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh, this is no. This is not going to work. This is not. I think he panicked. He was under too much pressure. He thought he had to take the fight, and this is game over now. This was a terrible fight.
Is down, so we cannot make any more Gebettos.
Yeah, this is over.
That means the Halberdiers will be uncontested. We're now starting to make hand cannoneers from a single range, but we're spamming a lot more ranges in the back. Even a very, very passive castle. And the siege workshop. We never had a siege workshop. We got chemistry, but couldn't get.
I mean, Javisti, I do agree. He had to try a dive like this, but the odds of it working were just low from the start. He was in the worst position. Brilliant play around Imperial Age by Lynx here. Not much more to say. Syndfish did throw the game a little bit with the forward castle attempt. That's the breaking point of this game. That's where it all went wrong. And I think there's not much debate to be had as to who is going to be winning this game now. We are in complete control. And we have an equalized set. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, if it would be so crazy if we actually get. I'm missing the GG here. That's why I'm talking already, by the way, because I imagine it's going to come in at any time. Why are we playing this? Like, I'm so confused.
Well, we are starting to expand with a town center into the north. Yeah, but yeah, that's all.
Okay, so coming back from the damn hell, that's what this is. With such a bad 8-hole start into this game now, and Syndfish, who probably felt confident after the first two games, now has probably he has to start to worry now. Like, is this set falling apart for him? Is his opponent just has his opponent found like this next level or this next gear that he put himself in?
This is always a difficult position to be in. Currently, Lynx is really building up momentum,
Oh
and
yeah.
the next win for whoever it is will turn the games after that into match points.
Yes, that's a great point. That's very important.
That is always a stressful position
Yes.
to be in. So the next win will be the most important one. This is down to a best of 3, and whoever gets the setup
Yeah.
will be in a great spot mentally.
Important insight, Biscuits doesn't have the biggest stamina. Okay, interesting. That's something I didn't know. But okay. Biscuits is in the chat and saying rude. Ah, this is fun. If this does not turn out to be Biscuits versus Apollo, I'm gonna lose my mind.
This is Chris versus Maxi.
Yeah, I would bet, honestly, I would bet my life on that that's not what we're seeing here. Okay, so you're completely right. This has now turned into a best of 3, and which in this state, if your opponent came back from a disastrous starting game 3 being down 2-0, you have to get momentum back. So there's no other way than to go for Sunburn now. I don't see anything else, unless he's super comfortable on either of Lix's home maps. Which, if this is Apollo, I don't think he would go for Shattered Plains right now. I don't think.
It always depends if there is a cooked strategy for one of the maps. But
That's
what do
fair
we
point.
have left as civilizations is my question right now. We do have the Saracens, the Incas, the... Wait, no, the Saracens were used. We do have the Incas, Burgundians, Hindustani, and Teutons.
Yes.
And the Malay are still open. Maybe the Malay are something for Shattered Plains. Like
I
really
100%
nice, fast castle.
I 100% that Shattered Plains is
good
Malay.
economy.
I don't think like higher elo players go feudal age with Malay and go for economy upgrades and then click up to castle age. That's what they usually do. These days, it is considered to be a great strategy. However, I don't think that we are going to go Shattered Plains. Burgundian has to be the civilization for Syndfish for Shattered Plains. Maybe some random Teuton or Hindustani stuff, depending on how things go. But on Sunburn, which I expect we will see, I will think it's either Incas or Hindustanis. Probably Incas.
I'm thinking Incas.
Yeah,
Sunburn
so.
is about a lot of military. You have to kind of pressure 2 different sides, and Incas are just so good at pumping out the numbers.
And I think for Lynx, it's going to be Koreans. Because Koreans in the early game can defend with towers, which get upgraded later, and they can go early game range very comfortably with the cheaper units.
They can pretty much play the same game. They just, instead of food, they save on the wood, and in theory, this probably should be a skirmisher war.
I mean, yeah, even on the new patch,
I think civilizations that get cheaper skirmishers, it's...
Yeah, even on the new patch, I think that's a pretty reasonable call out. Welcome back. This is the second and last time we will see Sunburn in this tournament. Kinda sad, because it's such a big fan favorite for a lot of players. Even in TCC2 it saw a lot of play. Apparently not for the players in the Secret Desert Cup, because it's just way too chaotic very quickly. This is a little bit of a different version, because we don't have the big woodline in the middle, and we only have 2 boars. One of them brought in pretty early for Lynx already, because laming is very, very popular here, so getting them early is a very good way to deny that. Same happening for Syndfish. We were half right on the civilizations. The Incas were the pretty obvious one. We do go for Portuguese for Lynx, and the way the berries position looks, I think Lynx might not be too happy.
I don't know, actually, because we have decent berry patches on the left side, right next to each other. If you want to take military control, maybe a tower in that area to also secure the gold.
I think there will 100%. I wouldn't be surprised to see a tower in that region because it just defends way too much. The gold, the berries, the stone, maybe on the hill here, even the zebras. Oh, you can go for a very nice mill here with zebras next to the berries even.
I was a little bit surprised with how close those town centers are because usually with this map there's a lot more distance between the players.
I think you've just seen a lot of TCC play. But this is kind of like... Oh yeah, it is a little short, I feel like. Yeah, it's a little shorter on the short end. I do agree with that. But this will always be a little closer than the TCC version.
Okay, I'm overreacting here, but there was a nice little thing by Syndfish just now. He was running with the Eagle Warrior from the right-hand side to the left-hand side and used the town center to hop, just to save the distance.
Oh my god, Syndfish is locking and he's not playing around.
It's such a tiny thing, but I love to see this little adjustment.
Okay, look at him. He's pushing Lynx's deer. He's pushing Lynx's deer, while Lynx is pushing the zebras from the right side, from like the edge of the map. Okay, these players want food and they want it fast. So, but this is just funny to me. Like, why we are pushing the opponent's zebras? Okay, we did get all the sheep for Lynx, which is great. That's not always happening on this map because it's very easy to lose them to an opponent scout. And now we are starting to push from the left side, and maybe Syndfish is going to push the second zebra as well. Yes.
Syndfish is going to be so confused when he sees that a zebra is running away.
He started with 3 zebras there, and just 2 got pushed by his opponent.
And he can't even contest this because Dark
It's the eagle, yeah, it's the eagle. The eagle will win.
Now he's running back, and we'll be looking there. Where's the deer? Has it wandered off somewhere into the fog of war? What is happening?
No, we are spotting this. We might try to contest this and get a free hit on the eagle, but nicely done.
The eagle can nicely fight back. Make a hit, walk forward, make a hit, walk forward, and yeah, this is...
Yep, we are still, even though with a little bit of a distraction, we are still pushing the zebra. I like the way
where did
Syndfish...
this zebra come from? Was it the one he pushed in and he didn't kill it?
Oh, that's what you meant with lost the zebra. Yeah, I think he lost the zebra then, so he didn't shoot it. Loom in for both players, approximately the same time, a couple of seconds off. I like the way Syndfish is already preparing his base layout. A lot of times, you see people just walling like super egg-shaped around the TC, and by doing so, completely walling themselves out and denying their own resources. That's something I've seen a lot in TCC, and Syndfish is not doing that. He knows he needs the space, and that's exactly what he's creating for himself. What's the opening gonna be here? I mean, for Incas it's a range. Or double barracks eagle or something, I don't know.
The barracks isn't making any militia yet, which I
think this is... I don't think you go man-at-arms, I think he wants to do eagle square.
Oh, there it is. First militia is on the way.
Oh, never mind, okay. It is going to be man-at-arms then. I wouldn't be too surprised to see eagle skirm with Incas, that's also pretty strong. But I don't mind this, they have a bunch of ways, this barracks has a very good placement, and you can already tell that a lot of this game will be played towards the left side, at least in early feudal age. It's always the question.
Is expanded towards that side, but we always have the option when the pressure gets too strong to go to the other side.
That is true, but if you go to red space from the right, there isn't really anything you can do, right? Like, why would you go there?
Exactly, but that's for both players. There currently is no reason to pressure anyone on the right-hand side.
I mean, if you lose your position, if you lose the position, then you can retreat to the other side, and then the other might be following you. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Horse color double bidex picked up for Portuguese. And
Incas coming in, the militia walking forward. Kind of popped them out on the wrong side of the barracks. Would have preferred to see a palisade deleted so they can group up faster. But here we go, man-at-arms coming in, but the range is already out. We are not denying anything here.
Biscuits opening range and skirms makes me angry. What do you mean, Huggy? You're not playing in this final? Spoilers. This isn't you?
He's just distracting. Eagle is running into the town center, stealing a sheep.
Nice. That's the audacity of Syndfish. We do start by producing a skirmisher after the archer.
We are not on gold.
I mean, yeah, kind of. Which for Portuguese isn't great. Yes, you are cheaper on gold, but 0 gold still means you cannot do anything. Oh, I love this base layout so much. Syndfish has a way of setting up his base exactly how he needs him for the situation. That's something that has been consistent with him for the entirety of the event. Not much happening for the beginnings of this map because both players.
They're just going into skirmishes. This is skirmisher war, which is kind of the peak of what Age of Empires 2 can give us nowadays.
Yeah, and this is the new patch, so they've already nerfed it. So there's that.
Fletching coming in for Syndfish.
Okay, there's one
Lynx
thing.
Is getting caught out of position.
There's one thing.
Here. This might be huge.
There's one thing I don't like, and that is playing skirms into Incas. If Incas now go skirms themselves, you just put yourself behind for no reason. Especially
exactly, Koreans would have been okay here for that.
Yeah, with Koreans you can do that, but right now you're Portuguese and you're matching the cheaper unit from your opponent instead of playing around your own bonus.
He's doing the one thing the Incas can't do, though. He's adding a stable behind us.
I mean, you kind of have to, right? If that's your approach.
Yeah. But that will mean there won't be a range anytime soon.
There might be an overforage, as you've called it, but we are going to see this so super early. Yeah, no, okay. I still don't think you can overextend here too much. You get a villager kill because of Neely. But now we can...
I mean, that was nicely done, the way the eagle blocked the villager there. It is kind of expected that a villager doesn't pop on walls when the eagle is there.
Fair enough.
Last patch, villagers were just facing...
Don't send the scouts out too early. Let him run in, let him overextend, and then you send the scouts out. Bait him in.
The issue with the scouts right now, though, is that there's still the man-at-arms in the group. And they are quite okay to defend against scouts.
Oh, I love this. I love how he's hiding the scouts. I absolutely love it. This is such a great tactical play.
Skirmishers need to get the damage onto the men-at-arms that are in front. Still no fletching. We've moved to the other side
that's
with a mill.
a bit of an oopsie, I think. Oh, okay. Do we think we have fletching? This is weird. Eagle going down.
I don't know.
But now, if we commit to that much army and a second building, we have to go forward now. We have to pressure, we have to find value. And that's exactly what we're doing. We are pushing out. We have to. We absolutely have to push out. And I think...
in to add more men-at-arms.
And Lynx...
Oh, just cancelled it last time.
This is... I mean, you can just easily kill this house now. Oh, not anymore. I don't think he realizes that he doesn't have fletching. Do we have a blacksmith? Yeah, we do. Oh, we just built that, I think, for fletching.
Yeah, it's just now finished.
So... Fletching doesn't help more in Skirm War? I hard disagree with that statement.
Oh, fletching is so important.
Yeah, I do think so too. I really do. The range alone is just... yeah. And I think Lynx now aiming towards playing a little bit of an extended feudal age. Syndfish has added a second range, but is not producing out of any of those. Probably a change of approach because he saw his opponent on a lot of scouts, so adding in more skirms doesn't really make sense. You could go for a little bit of eagles and maybe spears to defend this more easily. We are behind walls, so with fletching skirms we can almost always push this back very comfortably. And now the base layout comes into play from Syndfish because there's no angle from which Lynx with his heavy army can really approach him from. Syndfish has more army on the field, but Lynx's is more expensive. Finally going to gold.
With a mining camp that is quite a bit away.
Lynx probably not too happy with the value his army created for him. Both players look similar in order in terms of army and resources, though. So I think this game is still wide open. I don't really have a favorite in this game. Speaking of right now, I don't really think there's either player who
With the
has.
current position, Lynx
Yeah.
looks like being able to click up faster, but I like Syndfish's position so comfy behind the walls.
Lynx farming eco is insane. That is true. I mean, both actually with... Okay, this is 13 farms, 16
Yeah,
farms.
but
It's not too much of a
now
difference.
look at the economic upgrades. I haven't looked at those before, and Lynx is
There is horse color,
a
yeah.
whole feudal age ahead here.
In terms of the upgrades, yes, both players going Castle Age. That is true. Oh, we are missing double bit for Syndfish.
Yes,
That
a whole
is
feudal age.
terrible.
There is no single upgrade for Syndfish right now.
That's a big one. That is a big one.
Should be able to click that early Castle Age, but yeah.
Yeah, this
That
is...
kind of explains the current 600 resources gathered discrepancy between the players.
I like how to the left you have this like blob of buildings in the space, and to the right there's just one line of walls with one random moment. There's no question like towards which side people are gravitating to here. And now we are going for double bit after clicking Castle Age, so we were waiting for that to come in. Bloodlines upgrading 8 scouts, which are probably going to be light cav pretty soon, I would assume. Very even game, very even game. But the economy upgrade, let's look at the rest collected. Yeah, I'm clicking way too much.
Resources.
It's 700 resources ahead for Lynx. And that is quite something, considering how even the position is. Okay.
Castle Age is in.
Okay, light cav, that was expected. Your opponent's heavy on skirmishers and you have a lot of value to gain from the upgrade with your units. And I want to see a siege workshop, and it's coming up as we speak, and this is perfect.
And we're also adding a new town center.
Because
Woodline.
usually, if your opponent goes cavalry, Incas have very, very good monks, but not against light cav, because they have the conversion resistance. We are attacking into Eagle Warriors. That might actually be okay though for Lynx, because we need a little bit of time in order to get into these.
Lynx is moving the scouts nicely. They're just about to spot the barracks that are being built in the back. Sees
Yes.
one of them, should see the third. No,
And we
this is the third, but
we have a little bit of... Oh, I like the Scorpion. We go for Scorpions first, because anything Incas do will struggle against Scorpions. So I like the patience, not just to go for a straight up mangonel. And we are going for some Knights now, which are also doing quite well. If we are going for Knights, we have to go for at least one monastery for the Inca player here. We have to, because I think the Knights will do way too well against the Eagles otherwise. Yeah, I can see Syndfish struggling for a good composition here. There's the monastery we talked about.
the composition for the Incas player at this point is pretty much just keep doing what you're doing and get a mass. Use your cheap food bonus. Generally, Eagles are so cheap, even without being reduced in food costs.
Someone
get a mass, don't die too fast.
Someone said Biscuits likes to do a little bit of everything, and I think that's on display here. We have Skirms, Scorpions, Light Cav. We're going for a couple of Knights.
That
I
is
think
not
this
a wall off. That is still open.
Is this open? I think this is open. You can
100%
dive.
is open between
You can dive. Okay, choosing not to do so, but still, siege workshop very important.
Not moving the Scorpions close. If the Scorpions are closer, that siege workshop would have been denied.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you could have just dove in there. That was meant to be on my card too, but Zardos flopped it. No, I put your 7 units army thing on the card, so don't complain about it. I should have put complaining on the card. and mocking every single detail you find wrong about anything. Oh, unit types. Okay. I'm sorry. I still think you're nitpicking on a lot of things though.
Monk is slightly out of position, is going to get skewered by a lot of javelins if we don't pay attention.
Oh, this is so hard to play. This is so hard to play. Okay, this is the big dive. This is the big dive.
It's open, the cavalry is going for the Mango now.
The cavalry is on the monks, and after on the skirms, the eagles trying to snipe the mangonel is successful in doing so. We are trying to take down the scorpions. The scorpions are in danger. For now, it looks like a very good fight for Lynx, maybe? Am I correct about that? Yeah, I think this fight is snowballing. This fight is heavily snowballing for him.
Good for Lynx. The eagles are barely sniping the siege, but they also
and all the skirmishers go down to the light cav. The monks were sniped.
Their value,
This is the critical
moment. No more
moment.
military left for Syndfish.
Look at this!
27 to 7.
We went from even military for 27 to 5, and now we're trying to rush up a defensive castle to somehow stabilize. We've completely lost the side that we were building up towards. We did expand to the right with the TC, so we're not out of it yet. Economically, it still looks fine. The thing is, Lynx has a lot of cavalry on the field, and they have the mobility. We can completely rotate over to the right side. Everything is to the left, all the production buildings, even the castle is towards the left. We can try to change sides now if we want to.
Yeah. Like, the castle is just stopping us from this side here. We can just rotate around. We entered a ram, maybe there's a thought of a ram push against the castle, but there are more effective ways to get through this. In the meantime, something that's happening, 2 men-at-arms actually getting a lot of kills here for Syndfish.
Where did those come from?
They
This
were
is so
constantly on the
random.
right-hand side, just harassing buildings and just walked through the town center just now.
Oh my god.
They got 5 villages.
Yeah, and with this, I mean, in terms of economy, we still look even. The problem is we have to abandon everything. Both golds were denied on the left side, and we have to expand to a 30C in the back. This castle pretty nicely, like, this castle pretty much defends or can hold all the pressure that's currently coming from the left. So that's pretty nice. And I would still like to see a rotation over towards the right side after we can kill all of the buildings, of course. That's also a way to go about it. If we kill the castle, we can run. If we kill the house, we can just ignore the castle and run through.
But send 1 or 2 military units over there already. You notice how much your pressure already did on this side. There is nothing happening anymore.
I mean, this is way too big of an army to just be killing buildings. Yeah, I would agree with that. The
But
market,
I
killing
like the ram on the market.
The market is killing the market, as Javasti would
Honestly?
say, is good. We are going for Bo7 as Lynx behind us now.
I
Fletching.
want to see the cavalry armor, because once that market is down, we can dive.
Okay, why do we pick up fletching now? Okay, we are doing a range transition, so that makes sense then. But, what is this for? Crossbows? Yeah, probably just crossbows, right? Look at this economy!
Yeah, the
Dang.
knights are diving, market is down, knights are diving, might get locked in here, but there's a second little hole, gets plugged too late, and now we are seeing that the expansions to the right hand side have
Cameos
happened.
jumping on the siege on the left. We did abandon our siege with the army in favor of going over and checking what's going on there. Nicely done. We rushed up a market on the other side. You can never play with market. Without a market, and we are expanding our economy here. And yes, the crossbow upgrade is being teched. And finally, the Portuguese get to play with their gold bonus, right? With scorpions, knights, crossbows. We can finally make use of it. And we're just gonna kill the next market, apparently. We're not gonna be letting our opponent balance his economy too much. Couple of light cav under the TC. I'm kinda sad we didn't get to see this map too much in the tournament, because the games I've seen, like in TCC and the one game we had here, the games on this map, it's very aggressive, but they often go towards imp anyway, and it's just always produced in fun and entertaining games. And that's why I'm sad we didn't see this. I love this castle. That's a great castle.
Yeah, we could have definitely had more of this than Dry River. I'm sorry,
I absolutely
It
love.
was a fun idea in the beginning, but after seeing it so often, it is always
Okay.
the same.
I absolutely love and despise the bad pundit order just put in the chat. Like, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Of course, anyone who's not German won't get it, but I don't know what to say about it, honestly. Like, I don't even like. Do you know the situations where you're eating something or you're listening to something and you can't decide if you like it or not? Like, I'm kind of torn in
There
between.
probably also is a German word for exactly that feeling that I don't know.
Yeah. Nightcap diving on the TC. Kamayukes
At least
with
you're-
monks on the field. Knights coming in from the right side. Killing a couple
We
of
were able to afford a
villagers.
very cheap castle here for the Incas, and the position isn't the worst. We seem to start to stabilize, but that's pretty much just because Lynx hasn't kept up the pressure. Lynx has expanded. Yet
Okay.
the economies are still the same.
The economies still look great. We're going for arson now for Syndfish, so he kind of probably wants to break in somewhere. We are losing all our crossbows to the castle. That is not a great.
Oh,
That is
yeah,
not good.
no.
And now we are diving the TC. The Lightcav are on the monks. Very great move. Very great move.
Honestly, if the Kameks are coming forward, they would find a lot of damage of unprotected villages
I
in the Golden
think
Stone.
so, yeah.
Or in the woodline even, yeah. The woodline is not in TC range or anything, there's no military
Oh, we're
range to
fighting the
defend.
Lightcav of the villagers. It looks like we're going to be able to clean the TC helping out,
It
just
is
barely in
Inca
range.
villagers, they get the armor.
Oh,
They
true,
have
yeah.
+1 armor here.
Pulling the knight out of TC range, and there's a lot of weak villagers. And we, of course, we are microing the
Imperial
knight.
Age is coming in, there's a castle being built. Is this castle being seen though? We see villagers building. We know something is there.
Yeah,
but
we know
will
some
not go there in
things
time.
there. A castle would make sense, right? We are going for Imperial Age and Masonry. Lynx is such a smart player. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He goes for castle, he goes for imp, he wants the standoff, he prepares himself with Masonry. Very, very nice. And yeah, the early imp is due to... I mean, both players have good economy, but Syndfish was always reacting. He didn't get to catch a break, and Lynx was just permanently raiding and pushing. And all this initiative led to him having an early Imperial Age now. And I think with
And
this
they're going
imp,
for a second castle.
and with
Two
this Imperial
castles with
Age,
trebuchets will just snowball.
and yes, Masonry even coming in faster for Portuguese, that is true. And also, these villagers are looking for, yeah, another castle. Oh, imagine a castle between the two TCs. Oh, that would
Will
be
not
so...
go up. We do not have the military to protect it. 2 knights just aren't the thing we need here.
Yeah, but like... It's enough
But
to
if
just...
it-
Oh
it
my
sneaky enough?
god! Yeah, this should not... This should not go up. This is... Oh, this is... Oh, you can't be serious. You can't be serious with this.
No, we really don't have the support to do this.
I mean, we have walls, it's only infantry. We have stone walls, it's only infantry.
Kamayuks will attack over the walls if we do not wall
No,
fight
look at
enough.
this! He put it 2 tiles back! That's so smart! He put the walls 2 tiles
Not
back.
enough.
I mean, it's not enough, and we are abandoning the idea. But I love how he tried to put it two tiles back the wall against the infantry to put it up.
That castle should have sat on the forward townsend on the right hand side. On the
I mean,
field.
maybe he just wanted to distract. I don't even know what that was.
Then you have 2 castles producing trebuchets from the same angle, and you are just dominating, tearing down the opponent before they can do anything. Syndfish only just picked Imperial Age, while the first trebuchet is already out for Lynx, and the pressure is just coming down.
Yeah, and Syndfish forced to go for another TC in the back here, and this castle, I understand it. It's not in danger of traps, and it gives you space, and it secures a lot of resources back. I like the castle from Syndfish to the left.
Yeah,
I really do.
It's a nice castle. It's a little bit of counter pressure.
Yeah, and it's not in danger of being a target immediately, because all the traps and all the army is on the right side, so yeah, I do like it. We do have... Oh, that's just the monks. Okay, never mind.
You just continue to mask crossbows. With chemistry in, I kind of wouldn't have minded to see some hand cannoneers, but if we just have the tech advantage, like a fully upgraded arbalest will do the job. And they're definitely cheaper to mask, because the food economy isn't really fully there. Only 22 farms? It's less than we would like.
Okay, I have seen Apollo play post-Imperial on this map a lot from TCC. We could be in for a very long game. Where he just doesn't die. I do think the Imperial Age was way too quickly for Lynx though. I think that's just way too big of an advantage. there might still be potential for the early into snowball. We are sending some light cav in on the left side at the same time. I like that. It's going to be protected by the castle. And there's a second trap on the left side, actually. Second castle, second trap on the left side for Lynx.
Yeah, that is so nice that Trebuchet is protected by the castle.
Yeah.
And pressure is just coming down everywhere.
Yeah, never mind. What I just said, don't ignore me. I don't think this is a long game. Lynx has the tools to
I'm
do
just
everything.
trying to look for more gold for Lynx right now. We have that one gold we are sitting on the right hand side, but that is kind of it.
Yeah, and the thing is, Lynx is full, like he has 200 population. Syndfish is not even at 150 at this point. And all these villagers about to go down, crossbow tagged, conscription tagged. Yeah, we just were up to Imperial Age a little bit too fast for Syndfish to handle. And all the Kameyuks now are kind of useless against this big ball. 5 trebuchets behind this, holy cow.
Yeah, I mean it's the amount of trebuchets we want to push things. And
yeah.
On the right hand side we also have 2 trebuchets now battering down on the castle. So this is working really well, even added some bombard cannons. And this is looking
Lynx is about to win his 3rd game in a row in this series. We were worried.
Still missing Thumbring.
True, but that's a tech that you don't really think about when you're already in Imperial Age.
But you're always going to a range, so you should see. You always should see that it still exists.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, there's not much to say. At this point, this game is fully over. There's no comeback mechanic.
Syndfish is trying to go into skirmishes, is housed right now, but we have the Incas. Once one house is down, we have 10 more pop space, have a lot of ranges on the right hand side, and Inca skirms have a lot of PS armor if we are able to afford the unique tech. Oh, okay.
3 games in a row after such a disastrous start. This is absolutely insane, and we're now... And who would have thought that 3 games ago, when Syndfish was up 2-0, that we would have been on match point for Lynx first? That is absolutely crazy.
It is so nice to see. Better than a reverse sweep. Like, reverse sweep is a nice story, but if you get to the point where it's 2-2 in the middle of the series and don't know which direction it could go at all, it's so much better than just the underdog story.
And honestly, this game we got here on Sunburn, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. This was a great game to watch. There were so many like tactical and strategic things to watch for. Yeah, nice, very nice. Lynx is 1 game away from ending the tournament and being crowned the Secret Desert Cup winner, whoever he is. Of course, Syndfish will try to equalize yet again. Well, not again, but he has done it in like previous sets. Yeah, we are clawing our way back for Lynx into the set, and we're leading now. Absolutely crazy display of skill, and we are getting very limited in our choices for civilizations and maps slowly. There is a maximum of 2 maps left.
Oh, I'm still going to manage to predict the Civs wrongly.
No, okay, what you have to do, you're going to have to go for your try-hard predictions, and then just not pick them and pick something else.
And then they are going
and then you were right with your initial guesses, yes. That's exactly how that works.
But with this, all of Syndfish's home maps are done.
Oh, that's super rough.
Still, the 2 of them were 1 for Lynx, weren't they?
I think so, yeah.
No, Immersion and Sunburn, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Lynx won 2 of his home maps and the neutral web. That's a situation you never want to be in. The next 1 or 2 games will be on Lynx's home maps. And I hope we get to see Shattered Plains in this tournament. I hope we get a 3rd game.
I would assume with the draft, Syndfish is more comfortable to pick Boulder Forest.
I know,
here.
I expect Boulder Forest to be picked. I really want the game 7. I really want Shattered Plains to be played again. I don't think we're going to see it now.
It depends on the player, because there is also always the rule, if you are at a match point, pick the most awkward map for yourself. You'll have to play it anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Get
if
it
you're
out
going
of
to
get it
win,
out
you're
of the
gonna
way.
have
If you
to.
can
Yeah.
build momentum on the map you're bad at, it's better
Yeah.
than momentum where you're good at.
Fair enough, and I can completely get behind that approach. Honestly, I've done it myself in tournaments previously, and
Yeah. When you're tilted, either get out with the next game or start winning.
yeah, but if you want to win, you have to play map anyway, right? So that's a perfectly
Yeah.
reasonable argument there. Of course, if you want to put on a show and if you care about score, then yeah, you should go for your personal best. But yeah, all right. If we go towards, okay, we only have 2 maps left, and we do have the time to talk about it, I think. If we go Boulder Forest, we don't use Burgundians, I don't think. And honestly, he hasn't played any of his last 3 civilizations. That makes it easy to
The
look at.
Burgundians, Hindustani, Teutons.
So Burgundians are 100%. Maybe not actually. I might be wrong because Hindustanis and Teutons are pretty good Shattered Plane Civ in their own right. Maybe we can cook something with like Castle Age Cavalier on Boulder Forest. I'm not so sure anymore if we have to play Burgundians there.
It is definitely something if you get to the late game with Burgundians or
No,
to the
not late
early
game.
imp, it's
No,
it's
not
really
late
good.
game. I'm not talking about late game. I'm
You
talking.
talk you Castle Age Cavalier.
Yeah, exactly. You wall early, the choke point, and then you go up a little later, and then you go Castle Age, and then you try to overwhelm your opponent with Cavalier. I can see that.
The issue is for me. I think if you are trying to get into a situation where you go for a strong Castle Age push, that is the point where the map stalls the easiest because stone walls, decently placed stone walls, will just hold off pushes.
Ah,
for
that is
Castle
kind of
Age.
true.
That's
It's
something
kind
where
of
you
risky,
need
yeah.
Imperial Age to overwhelm it more.
Maybe with a couple of
Still,
rams
he
or
can go
something.
for the early Paladin spike with Burgundians. He can go for the long game with just generating gold with the farms.
Okay, but then
it has great options.
But then it has to be Hindustanis or Teutons, which both don't scream Boulder Forest to me. I think you can play them, but I mean,
Teutons with a tower rush.
Teutons with Teutons with a Tower Rush I could see. It's not really something that I would expect Syndfish to do with the kind of player I think he is.
Yeah.
And Hindustanis can play a perfectly fine feudal into Castle Age macro game too, so very hard to predict, I feel like. I'm going to say
Maybe we can exclude it by thinking about Shattered Plains. Like,
yeah,
what
probably.
would he pick there? Like that's more.
He
of a
will.
Burgundian
Okay,
map.
Sandfish is a player who plays very much meta on Shattered Plains if it's Apollo. He will always go for scouts. He will always go for the scout and relic fight. Which means that he's probably not going to play Teutons there. Meaning, then it's going to be either Hindustanis or Burgundians for Shattered, and the other one. No, actually, it's going to be either. The Teutons pick is so weird. I don't know what that's for. But I think maybe a little bit of flexibility. But I think it's going to be Hindustanis. Hindustanis on Boulder and Burgundians on
Or it's the
whatever.
opposite of flexibility. Some people just like to say, okay, I have my civilizations and here's the meme pick.
Let's pretend to be order.
That's-
Yeah, no. For Lynx,
Koreans,
Koreans are still there.
just such a great civilization. Bengali, I love Bengali. I
wait,
love
we still
Monk
have
play.
Malay. We still have Malay, right?
And Malay has to be the Shattered Plains Civ.
I think so. So Bengalis are Koreans with Boulder. Okay, you know what? Let's load up the game and see what map we're going to go for. Welcome to potentially the last game of the Secret Desert Cup. It is all coming to an end. Sandfish with the good luck, have fun. It might be the last time he gets to type. Lynx is throwing it back at him, and this generation is a little unfortunate if this is going to be a castle or tower forward play from the Bengalis, which we've seen from Red. Of course, if you compare this map to Arena, Bengalis is a great civilization. They can do tower rushes, they can do monks, they can do castle drops, they can do almost everything you're looking for on those maps. Others calling this a hamster map, which I'm not sure if that's true. Sandfish with the more like standard pick, I would say, on this map. It's not Burgundians, it is Hindustanis, but Hindustanis I feel like are pretty underrated on maps like this too. What do you think?
I'm not sure if I would call them underrated. Like they're great civilizations. Saving the food really helps with some early uptimes. Same with it on your villager production.
I just think because I mean Hindustanis is my favorite civilization, and on Arena I've played them a lot. I just feel like their units in late game are great, their economy is great. They have bombard cannons. They can play light cav very well. They have a good boom with the cheaper villagers. I just think they have a lot speaking for them. The wood lines on this map, however, are not very arena-like. They are definitely further out than you're used to, so those can be ranged by units if the opponent tries to contest it.
But at the same time, it's generally possible to create a nice pocket for yourself.
I think so,
like
yeah.
the Syndfish can just wall to the wood lines on the outside in the corner and has secured a lot of resources. Pretty much the same goes for Lynx in the north. You can expand your pockets if you are inclined to do so.
That is true. I can see that. It's pretty rare that you get only one wood line as part of your wall. That's a little bit unfortunate. The wood line is pretty good to take though. I mean, there's one tree kind of sticking into red space, being like, hey, hello, take me. And honestly, if we delete a couple of walls, there's a second wood line we can fall back to if we wanted to. Blue also doesn't have the easiest access. Already starting to pre-wall before the mill. Did you spot something?
There's something I think is weird right now. Both players have 3 on wood, not more, which I would kind of expect for a fast castle build.
All fast castle builds I know for closed maps do have 3 on wood. That's not really...
Really?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of standard. You just add more later after you pulled in the second board. That's kind of standard, honestly, nowadays.
Interesting. It's just so much smoother to go for more earlier. But...
I mean, the thing is, I can out myself here. I am I'm a big fanatic of Hera spreadsheets, and all of the Hera spreadsheets for Lightcav and Booming have 3 on wood for arena builds, so...
I'm a big fanatic of, hey, what are the possible pros doing? Okay, I'm just going to test my own build orders and see how
I do, yeah, but the thing is, it works for me perfectly, so why should I change, right? So, I mean, in the end, do what works for you, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
For me, it's the adaptation part. It's the learning what works well, what doesn't work well, and how can I adjust it when I need to.
That is true, that is true.
But yeah, if it works, it works. So they might just do a stream board.
What kinds of builds do you know? What the fuck? I don't know. Chat is chatting again. All right, let's see. A little bit of struggle against the deer here for Syndfish. Stamina might... Oh no, I hate this. Yeah, just push the other one. Just push the other one.
And this one will reset instantly.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Like,
I've been known to torture people with deers up against walls. I'm going to take credit. This is the 3rd game, so the 3rd game of this map. I did put the deer to the 3 tiles closer to the TC, okay? I listened to you. At the start, all of these deers would constantly spawn up against these walls, and it would be such a pain to push them.
Honestly, you could have been really mean and say, I
put them outside,
you were complaining
right?
about the deer being against the wall. Now it's chicken.
Okay, so we're going to guess people by how efficient they can learn the funnel strategy with the gates and with the walls and like.
Yeah,
all of those shenanigans. I hate those.
Or just sending a villager with the scout together to push them all at once.
Yes, honestly, I hate this funnel thing. I absolutely despise that. It's apparently the best play you can do. I absolutely hate it. This wood line is a little bit risky. We might be over chopping very quickly, and yeah, let's see. Funnel BS would be instant disqualification. Well, if I put chicken on the map, then I kind of can't complain if people play around it, right? So... I mean... I'm going to allow that. Okay, Nightbot is asking me if I'm allowing it this time. So, apparently it's not as offensive as some other stuff, apparently. I don't get how Nightbot works.
Do the interesting thing. Replace the deer with foxes. Let's see how people adjust the builds then.
Oh, let's build the foxes. Wait, why don't they have any food? Yeah.
The good pro players on Arena nowadays push the foxes from the outside into their base.
I have heard about that, and I absolutely hate that too, but I'm just a hateful person in general because I'm German, so I have a reputation to fulfill.
Talking about hate, how do you like the current villager efficiency of
Talking about hate, how do you like? Okay, I'm going to use that going forward. That is such a great line. one villager deciding to just stand around the sheep menacingly. Okay, let's get serious. Dark Age is over on this map, so we can get a little bit more serious. We do see Market Blacksmith, so we are not going for the scout build. We are going for what I assume is either a boom, or maybe we go to stone and go for some ghulams, but this looks like a boom for now.
No. We would already be in stone if we would think of
Yeah,
this
this looks like
we
a
want to
boom.
go into a boom, and
Yeah.
we want to. I think it gets to 4 or 5 TCs as soon as possible to use the price reduction on the villages.
Okay, I have played Hindustanis on Shattered Plains. You can go up much earlier, even with a light cav build, so I don't think this is the most efficient build. Javesty has mentioned that too. Still, I mean, I'm
Going up earlier is not always the most efficient thing, though.
Yes, that is kind of true. I do agree with that statement.
You want to have the economy to start building up economy.
Yeah, but the thing is, a generic boom is 25 pop, and with Hindustanis, you can at least do the same thing with the cheaper villagers, so...
But you went 23 plus 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine then. That is completely fine and reasonable. If
He's
that's
on
a boom,
25 right now, on the way to Castle Age.
yeah, if that's a boom, then that's completely fine. Then I might have misunderstood the statement. I could have just looked myself, but I'm a procaster, you know? And... Okay, so what are we going for here? I think booming against Bengalis can be risky if they go for forward, which it doesn't look like they will. So... If Bengalis... Please don't tell me this is going to be a boom game from both. I mean, Bengalis get free builds.
It just looks that way, but the Bengalis are going for the map control. They do have the stable here.
Yes.
Have the spearmen on the map, have some additional scouts on the map. We'll definitely see those Bengali monks. And without any light cav on the map, those monks are
there's one thing which is confusing. Do we want to drop a lumber camp here, or is this for a TC? If you build a lumber camp, you're kind of delaying your monastery or TCs. So what do we do here? Is this a lumber camp?
This is a TC. Otherwise, we would already have.
Yeah, but you don't get the food that they're already chopping. So we're kind of this is a little bit sloppy, I feel like. We are going to drop a TC for Syndfish.
They went
oh yeah,
away
exactly.
too early.
This is what confused me so much about this. Because if it's not a lumber camp, then it has to be TC, but then we don't have the rest for it, so...
It was just way too early, and that's the issue.
Okay, we did go for... We have 4 scouts, that's too much. You should... If your opponent does not open stable himself, you should stop scout production as soon as you realize. This is a little bit of an overcommitment by him, I think.
Instant 2 TC, one of those TC is on stone, because then we can slowly get up to 100 stone for the next TCs, and at the same time start building up the economy to support them all.
Interesting. I was saying that Syndfish, if he was Apollo, that he usually likes to play scouts, but I don't mind him booming here too with Hindustanis. We're checking if this is walled, which I very much appreciate. Good move. We do get Bo7, very important upgrade, of course. To be honest, if we see 3 TC versus 2 TC, I think the win condition for Lynx is already established. We have to go for map control, forward castle, Imperial Age. Because otherwise we're just going to fall way too far behind economically.
This is going to be huge though. Syndfish is about to lose his scout. So we'll have absolutely no intel what is actually going on, and he definitely knows that the opponent is on stables, because we've seen enough enemy scouts here.
The thing is, I really think there's a monastery. Yeah, we have to use the map control at some point. Yes, the monastery has now been built. We do have all the map control in the world, so we will get the relics. Unfortunately for Lynx, there's one relic close, and the rest is like sort of towards the right of the map.
Yeah.
He will need a little bit of time to collect those due to the like close proximity to towards the left between the players.
And he hasn't scouted the far ones yet on the outskirts of the map.
Okay,
only the
so
ones in the center.
Nice. We just only use 1 scout. We are patrolling all the sites with the rest of the army. We did not add any more scouts, which is the right play. We didn't go for light cav, which is the right play, and we 100% have to know that our opponent's booming on 3 TCs. There's no other strategy that could be happening right now. Zero chance. So, if you're Lynx, you use the map control for a forward castle. That's usually what you want to see. You will have the weaker economy, so you have to go for a timing. And I think staying on 2 TC and going into fast forward imp is the play for him here. At least from how I see those maps.
30C now coming in for the Bengalis.
I'm not sure I agree with...
I'm definitely not a fan of the Rathas if the opponent can go into Imperial
the thing is, because we're Bengalis and we already got +4 villagers, We're not that far behind in economy, so adding the 30C is
Yeah.
kind of reasonable still in terms of villager numbers. Syndfish, however, does have Bo7 and Wheelbarrow behind this, so the economy still looks better for Syndfish. I thought I was the only Lynx in the AOA2. No way! How did you how did you make your way here with that username? That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I mean, you know who to cheer for then. So 27 farms and this is 22 farms. Yeah. I still want to see Lynx be able to use his map control. We are on stone, we want that castle. That's very natural, I think, in this case.
And we should just now adding a monastery, but knowing that all the scouts are around the map and not having anything
Yeah,
to build,
that is... I think that's just buildings for Imperial Age, honestly. Yeah, I think this is
but by building the university at the same time, that has to be fine.
The scouts are basically Biscuit's outposts right now? Yeah, basically. Forward blacksmith. No, the blacksmith with town watch, that's the outpost.
Why are we building? Oh yeah, we did market stable. Yeah.
Honestly, I think this villager is for outposts. I'm not even gonna lie. If your opponent plays this passively and you have the control in the middle of the map, I wouldn't mind too many. Interesting. We're not going to just boom it out. We are going to add a siege workshop before Imperial Age. Interesting. Blacksmith scouting. Yes. As if that was a thing. This siege workshop is a little late because Syndfish is about to click to Imperial Age.
Oh, a scout was deleted because it stood too long in the monk range.
Yeah, this feels too late. This feels too late, I think.
It is way too late for a siege, but you're just delaying Imperial Age and knowing in 22 minutes, like, when people boom, they are clicking up around 25 minutes quite often with like 90 villages. We're clicking up with 70 villages here. Cavalry armor is coming in. We do not have a stable yet.
I think what happened here is big mind games. I think Lynx expected Syndfish to play light cav and he was matching it, and Syndfish was like, nope, I'm just gonna boom and bait you into light cav, so I'm gonna have better economy. I think it was just pure mind games happening, like classic arena mind games. We do go for an armored elephant. There is already a mangonel in there. However, if Syndfish, it looks like he's going to add a stable after the barracks.
Yeah.
And one stable without spikes is basically defending all of this by itself. So the timing might have been gone, and we can rush up a defensive castle too. I don't like that the villagers are going out without any map control. Okay, no, we are building a castle at home. We do see the push now.
I don't even think they would be able to leave through that gate.
Yeah,
that Mangoner can move into place though, and be a little bit annoying by getting some nice shots onto villages.
2 stables in the back, that's exactly the move we need.
Ooh, nice shots, 2 villages go down there, that's
good.
Decent value. And now we're just switching the angle. Still Imperial is coming in, and yeah, 2 stables as you mentioned. We cannot go for knights, but a few camels on the map will not hurt. Knowing that you're going to scouts on the map, the siege elephant will also get some damage.
There's the castle that we were anticipating for Lynx. The problem is we are building a castle.
The moment
this is such a bait. I get the idea, like you kind of have to because your economy is weaker. But the problem is this is a castle. This is just a target. This is a free target now. For well, we accidentally castle drop right next to the DC. Oh, we're forced to push it back. That might help Lynx, because the more forward, the more easier it is for Syndfish to take it down once he hits him.
Yeah, it can still be easily trapped. I would have loved to see the castle way more back.
However, Lynx has Imperial Age resources, he's an entire Imperial Age behind. We are committing towards the castle here.
He's ahead in villages, and he will get an additional amount of villages once he hits the next stage. So
true. So for Imperial Age, the economy suddenly looks better for Lynx, even though Syndfish was the one booming.
Siege push has been cleared by Golems and the Monk.
Such weird dynamics on this map, honestly. And we do get a couple of relics. That should never happen. If this Monk picks up relics, that's a mistake.
Those relics are unscouted.
Oh, they are? Okay, that's bad.
Yeah, there is a perfect... Like, the Wanderer of the Rex is 1 tile out of scouting range. But the scout is following the monk and should be able to find the relic.
Oh, there's a gather point issue. The villager just ran into the castle there. Trap is out. Chemistry is in very early here, so I expect some bombard cannons to hit the field very soon.
Yeah.
Bombard cannons is one of the things that Bengalis do. Do they have it? I don't think they do. Do they?
They don't. They
They
don't.
don't,
But
yeah,
they
I
have
was-
they have a counter with really great monks. But you have to
True.
take into them. You do need the technologies there for them to actually work. Hirata is coming in saying, hello there, nice economy you have.
Yeah, let's take a look around. Oh, nice, you have a little bunch of farms. Oh, a castle. Oh, a barrack. Oh, hello, stables. Okay. That might be very valuable
Light
scouting
castle
info.
2 petards in the castle, I don't know.
I think he wanted to break in and then do, like, whatever.
Knowing that the opponent is imp, I just didn't like it at all.
Honestly, this Lynx, this is not what I expected out of a strategical player like Lynx. I think this has been a little bit too creative on his end.
Ranges are now up, we are going into
Elephant archers.
Arbalest for...
No, oh, you mean for... Wait, for who?
Yeah, Lynx is going to Arbalest.
Oh, true, he's messing the crossbows, never mind.
He's
I'm
not
wrong.
going to Elephant Archers. I don't know how well the Imperial Camel would do against them.
Oh, yeah, I think we have to go Arbalest instead of the other stuff, because we have Hindustani camels otherwise, and that might not
But
be good.
the stable, the forward scouting blacksmith might go down before we really get the chance to get
The
the Imperial
forward
Archers.
scouting blacksmith. I love
It's even being trapped down, and honestly, that is huge. Stop your opponent from getting upgrades.
It really is.
Yeah, infantry armor was queued, instantly unqueued. I would assume there's a blacksmith being rushed down somewhere.
I mean, we're just clearing the position. We do have hand cannons. What do Bengalis have against Shiitake hand cannons if we get to that point?
I mean, against Shiitake hand cannons, you just have your own.
You just die,
We have
right?
Skirmishers, we have arbalests, you have elephant archers. They should all be dealing with hand cannoneers. The big thing you currently don't have anything against is the Ghulams.
What is this army? There's 5 different units on 4 tiles. With villagers, it's 6.
We're just going into everything. Where are all those villages going? We're building siege workshop into a base, but not. Are all of those? Were those all the idle villages, and we just tasked all our idle villages to build a siege workshop?
Okay,
Because
this
we
might
want
be...
to add a 7th unit type, and that's the bombard cannon.
This might be a game where the resources like around the map might actually matter. That's a very late bringing in of a relic, but it's a relic nonetheless. We do have 5-to-1 relics. If Lynx is chilling. 5 relics soon. Damn. Not too bad.
Yeah.
And
What's
that's the
a
problem
nice
with the
pickup
boom.
there?
If you never get out on the map, then you will start to have problems at some point. You do. I mean, we're seeing a big migration of villagers. The outpost villager is going to go down. No, we are going for a couple of
And
light
the
cap.
scout is seeing all those unprotected
That
villages
is
now rolled
very
over the
good.
map.
Yes,
That
yes, yes,
is
yes.
going to be a raiding target.
Yes, and both players outposting around the map now, not just Lynx. But that's exactly what you need. You want to see what's going on the map, because the map is the next, like the biggest important thing in a late game like this. Like all the resources will come into play very, very soon. They will be very, very important. There's an army of pikes and arbs and traps moving out. Honestly, Gulam are going to clear everything.
Yes.
We get them.
And the elite Gulam is just now coming in.
Exactly. We only have 1 castle. That's the problem. Gulam is the perfect unit. However, we only have 1 castle to produce them, but I think you have enough to fight. I think you can dive. You have so many light cav too.
He's waiting for elite
Oh.
Gulam, might even wait for the attack upgrade.
I think we can dive this now. I think we can. There's block printing coming in.
And there's a scout killing villages
Honestly,
on the stop all alone.
the next big fight, I mean, he's kind of cautious, which I can guess, because if you lose your next fight, the tournament is over, right? This is not just 1 game
Yeah.
you lose. If you lose this fight, the tournament's done and you lost.
That's the thing, it looked like Syndfish was ahead the whole time, but Lynx is the one who's a 200
Yeah, but he never got anything on the field, right? Like, if you're booming without any army and any map control, like, you lose control of the game very quickly.
He's way behind the top, he's going for fortified wall, so he's not going to get broke into.
Honestly,
but his castle at home is under pressure, and the castle is so important.
I think his opponent does not. I think his opponent does not expect the Gulam. I think he's completely blind to this, and I think the oh shit is going to come very soon from his part. These Gulams are going to absolutely wreck. We could create a choke point between the traps and the gold, which is exactly what we're doing, but Gulam with the pass-through damage can deal with that pretty well.
8 PS armor.
And the hand cannons are on the pikes, and the Gulam are melting the ARPs. He masked them.
The pikes are stand ground patrolling, so they aren't really even engaging with the enemy.
And we are, and this is the moment Syndfish has been building up. He wanted to make sure he's going to win the fight. He has done so, and against this unit, right now, Lynx has nothing. He has nothing to stop these.
Nothing is tagging into cavalry.
And the cavalry on the right is going to deny the castle. These light cav are still alive. We are denying the outpost. Oh, maybe we don't see the castle? The Gulams are starting to raid now. We can I hope for Syndfish we are going to see him deny this. He does see it now, and the middle castle is denied. The Gulams are into the little farming economy to the left. 24 Gulam on the field.
Are whittling down on the castle.
Yeah, and
are now being produced.
This was the moment he was building up towards. This was the moment to push out on the map, and he's completely taking back the control of the game. Very, very nice.
The castle in the center is not going up, those villages are going down. This is going to be a doubt castle of 90-something%.
Yeah, the Gulam completely turning the game around. Great strategic choice. And I think Lynx did not expect the Gulam mass with the one castle. Castle's going down, this game is over. I think this game is done. I don't think there's much to be done from here. Lynx is tacking into Man-at-Arms now, which is the unit you want, but the problem is we do have chemistry and hand cannons on the field. I'm not sure what Redemption gives you here. At this point we're just tagging into everything. But I think this castle is going up. We did send a couple of villagers, that's very nice. More stables and like just production buildings overall added for Syndfish, who's also going for the long game. How's this called?
The runners are also used on the ranged mode instead of being switched to melee mode against the Gulams.
Oh, that is not good. Yeah, that is not good.
Switch
but it's hard, so much going on now, and I think Blue is about to take over the entire game. Nice light cav raids on the right side, but you're never gonna match the quality of army and cavalry that the Hindustanis have. I mean, I like that he's holding on, he's not completely dead. But however, the population is dropping for Lynx while Syndfish sticks close to the 180 population. And I think these are just the right margins for Syndfish to be in a perfect position to now take control and win this game. Shiitake is coming in.
He's setting himself up nicely with those castles.
Shiitake is coming in, and that's usually not a great side for your opponent.
Yeah.
This is going to Game 7, isn't it? Of course. What else?
Yeah,
what else is there?
It definitely looks like it's going towards Game 7.
Game 7 on Boulder Forest.
Lynx still has access to a decent amount of resources. There's a lot of villages in gold in the center. Managed to get that one castle up. Is massing trebuchets in that one, but doesn't have the army to really defend them once they pop out.
I'm so happy. I'm just sitting here in complete and utter joy about this tournament, this finals, everything. And yeah, I'm not someone to easily pat myself on the back, but this is great.
So stop talking or Syndfish types. Sorry, gotta go and surrender.
Parents pulled the plug. Sorry, can't play in the last game. Have to go to school now. Wait, it's Megafish. And yeah, sorry. Let's play Game 7 in a week. I have to go study. Yeah, but okay, I mean, the score is still looking kinda close, but the gap is getting bigger and bigger.
Close.
Look at all the tags, look at all the tags. Handcart conscription, gold shaft mining. That's the economy of someone who's in a very comfortable position in the game. The castle's going down, we do have a bunch of traps, but without the castle there's nothing to protect them. There is Blast Furnace for the Bengalis, but yeah, this is... Look at this, look at this. Syndfish is like, I am not losing this game to raids. Look at this. The raids would become from the right, but he's anticipating. Fortified walls, he has walled this off.
It's such a nice thing.
This is such a great late game move to think. You have to think about this, right? Like, you have to have the awareness to... we have villagers. Villagers on traps again.
We are overboomed at this point. We want to get rid of some villagers. So why not use them like this now? Now the
Lynx,
Gulam are there. The Gulam will just easily.
The trebuchets and light cav will go down, but the thing is, Lynx is back up to 170 population. Syndfish closing in on 200. We do have shiitake hand cannons and trebuchets in the front. But to the point I was going back, like, Syndfish, while all of this on the map is happening, having the awareness to wall off his economy in the back with stone walls, that's incredible. That's such great HP.
The relics have been evicted, a new monastery has to be built.
Oh yeah, that's big. That's huge. That's the only win condition Lynx had, was the relics.
They've generated 3,000 gold so far.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, and that's probably the only reason why he's even still in this game. The big fight between the Gulams and the Light Cav is over. So,
one thing to look at though, look at the resources collected. Lynx is 12,000 resources ahead.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
The real answers
that does not matter at this point in the game, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, Lynx! Lynx is
so
on. Lynx has 160 villagers. That's a huge mistake. That is a huge mistake. Only having. Wait, do we have the unique tag? Do we have the unique tag?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that's bad. That is bad. We don't have Mahayana, I think is the name, right? I don't think we have that. And
I'm not good with the names. Yeah, Mahayana.
Yeah, it's Mahayana. If we had Mahayana, those many villagers would be fine. But we only have space for like 40 to 50 military, and in the late game, that is a big mistake. If you don't have
Asa in that's just the part where Syndfish's trash units and raiding units outclass what Lynx can put onto the field.
Yes, we are doing
there's
all...
a hole in the stone wall, so they run into the
Syndfish is leaving nothing to chance. He's going for ring archer armor hoardings.
Getting rated to death.
Yeah. Dropping more stables. The moment he starts raiding the left side, I expect a GG. The moment he starts raiding the left.
It's starting to clear the traps, but yeah, definitely.
Okay, there's hustlers all across your economy. I think you can call it now, Lynx.
He's taking into skirmisher.
But this is the Hindustani late game. This is the Hindustani late game I absolutely love, and there's going to be a lumber camp in your economy. I was ready to say castle, then I looked at the stone and I was like, okay, that's a lumber camp with the villagers to the left there. Solves the vill issue. Yeah, that is kind of true. That is kind of true. Unfortunately, we don't really have any resources to go for anything.
Yeah, the queue just isn't there. The only thing we are floating a lot of is gold currently, and we're not really fine. Gold units are not units that really help us in this current situation.
I mean, if if Lynx is supposedly the one with the stamina issue, he should tap out. Like, there's he shouldn't be overstressing any more than he is. But yeah.
Down to 50 villages. Oh,
I mean, we're down to 70 pop in total against like fully popped out Hindustanis. This game is over. There is not much debate to be had about that. Ah, game 7. I cannot believe it. We got the full 12 games of the day, and of course the final goes down to the last game. This is...
And now we're just building stables everywhere, even inside of the base of our enemy. I mean, why not? Forward buildings are always great.
This is ACCM territory, honestly. Are we trying to tilt?
This is mentally preparing ourselves for the last game.
Yeah, probably already thinking. He's probably tapped out, being like, okay, I'm gonna pick this civ next. And
this is...
Yeah, okay, the GG is called.
Yeah.
And,
what a game.
Game 7. Like, what could we ask for? Like, this is everything. Like, if in the early rounds there were too many 3-0s, honestly, the semifinals and this day has paid it back 10 times over. The games and sets we've seen from semis and even now, this is one of the greatest finals I've ever watched, including pro play. Honestly, this has been absolutely wonderful, and it's so poetic and it's so epic to say and to know that the next game will be the last. To have
Yeah,
that
yeah.
certainty is, it's just, I've got chills right now, honestly.
It all comes down to one game. They could have
Yeah.
just played the last game
And
and
honestly,
not play any of the others.
Boulder Forest is such a crazy map to have the tournament decided on.
It could be very fast or it could be long.
Yeah, it could be like 15 minutes. It can be 3 hours.
But I don't think anything in between.
Matt, yeah, you made it. You know why? Because the third place match had 5 games, and we're down to the last game. We're down to game 7 in the grand finals. Oh
Now,
my god.
Can we fail completely predicting which civilizations are going to
It's a
pick
50-50 for both sides now. I think we...
Exactly. I can fail that. So trust me.
Okay, listen, win-win. You go for 2 civs, I go for the 2 remaining civs, so at least one of us will be right.
We will be 50-50, correct.
Yeah, and then both players mispick
and we
a
won't
civ.
be happy about the civs being picked. Now, what is still open? We have Koreans, Teutons, Burgundians, and...
No, what? We
Malay.
have... It's... Oh, true, we didn't use Malay here. Malay and Koreans against Teutons or Burgundians.
I just... Honestly, I like Koreans, but a second pick in the draft, I think Malay, there's a plan.
I'll be back in a minute. You can continue talking about the draft. I'm gonna sort something out quickly.
Okay. So, just because of the draft order, I think there is a plan with the Malay. So, and who would be the opponent, though? I definitely am thinking of a Teuton Tower rush, but honestly, I wouldn't see that in a game 7. The Teuton Tower rush would be the thing you would do if you're like 2 games ahead and are trying some shenanigans, but I'm thinking of Burgundians Malay here. But a Malay late game? I mean, you have the food-handed swordsman, so you have something that's really good if you run out of gold. Are you thinking of that? Is that something you're planning about? Was Italians played? Yes, Italians was played. So the options for Lynx are Malay and Koreans, and the options for Syndfish are Burgundians and Teutons. We don't know if Megafish did take 3rd, but we do know that Chris didn't. It kind of tells it. Like, if we assume Chris's opponent to be Megafish, then Megafish might have made it 3rd.
Alright, have we made our choices about the final 2 civilizations?
I'm thinking Burgundians against Malay.
So you think we're going to go for... Oh, that's dangerous for Burgundians. Malay is one of those civs that can completely deny Burgundians their whole power spike with the timings. Alright, you say it's Burgundians versus Malay. Then just for good manners, I'm gonna say it's Teutons versus Koreans. Just, oh my god. Imagine Teuton versus Koreans and in a full-on tower war and Will fighting and everything is going to decide the tournament.
Yeah, I would love
no,
it.
please. If I don't think both of these players are the type to do it, but maybe you pull it out in the game.
It's not a game 7. I think stuff like we could have seen that if one player was way ahead. One player, the losing player tries to bring the chaos, and the winning player says, "Hey, I don't need to go full meta now."
If there's one thing I'm sure of is that we're not going to see a Teuton TZ drop, but okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the moment. It's all going to be decided. This one game will decide who wins, who loses, who will win $100 and the Secret Desert Cup crown, which is purely imaginable, I don't have anything. But still, honor is on the line, glory is on the line. This game will decide it all, and what a brutal map to decide it with. with Boulder Forest. For Sandfish, we have Burgundians in the blue, we have Malay in the red, and Lorhe, I have no clue what's about to happen, but I'm honored to have you with me here in this last game of the tournament. How are you feeling about it?
I am really happy to be here at this point. It's just the best when the finals go all the games to be played. And those were some really awesome games to get us to this point.
Yes. And there's, once again, something we've seen in the third place match already. This is another generation with one side path with containing the relic. So that is common on this map. I told you it can happen. Oh, forward woodline. I'm not sure if that's something.
There are some things I don't like that happened already, and that's the scouting. Neither player really went scouting forward initially, which means there is still some unscouted sheep for Lynx that Syndfish is going to run into if he wouldn't turn around just now. Oh, he was one step away from discovering
I know that Syndfish has prepped. Either this is Otter doing weird shit, or this is Apollo who has prepped a lot. And if this is prepped, because Burgundians seems like a very like prepared pick to me, maybe we see Flemish Militia. They did see.
Actually, the case they were buffed. They are supposedly quite strong.
Yeah, they aren't bad. They're a decent unit. Yeah. The question is with the Burgundians against Malay. Malay is one of the civilizations who's best at punishing you for like greedy approaches where you want to get like to Castle Age to a certain unit, like approaches that take a little bit of time. And if you are going for like Castle Age Cavalier, I don't think Malay lets you do that because Malay is just way too good.
I don't think with Burgundians are ever thinking I want to play Castle Age Cavalier because there is a big step in getting there. That is never the plan. That is just
but that's what makes me think. That's what makes me think because you have to be aware that Malay won't let you get to that point. So what else is the plan? And why would you pick Burgundians for? The only thing I can think of is Flemish Militia. What else are you going to do? If you pick Burgundians here, you could have picked any other Civ that's better with archers and scouts and whatnot.
Burgundians never play into archers and scouts.
Yeah, fair enough.
Burgundians want to be safe and have those early economic bonuses send them ahead by hundreds of resources by the time you reach.
Yeah, but Malay are so great. I'm just saying, Malay versus Burgundians is so dangerous for Burgundians. They can be punished for those economies. For this economy approach, Malay is the best Civ to punish you, I think, or like one of the best. Well. Going out for the berry now. How's the gold spots? We do have a fairly decent safe gold for Syndfish. You could even wall that in a little bit towards the left. It's still a lot of effort, but you could manage to. No player treating this like Black Forest. We do see a scout exchange in the favor of Lynx, which might be huge. We are sending the sheep into the range. Oh, we lose a lot of HP on the scout. Deciding to kill. Yeah. Probably the worst of the two evils there. Scout HP, terrible for Syndfish though. This is not a great start. We are trying to micro towards the hill and maybe bring a villager over to help. Okay, we do realize we do pull back. Nice opening for Lynx so far.
Lynx is clicking
in the same time,
20 pop with a barracks on the map already.
We do have double bit X. That is great. Oh my god, Malay clicks up before you even click. That is super dangerous. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, this is going to be such a horse color. I hate this. I absolutely hate what Syndfish is doing. This is not something.
You want to play the civilization, though.
I mean, the double bit X is okay. The double bit X, I don't mind. The horse color. There will be 3 men-at-arms on your backside. Okay, I could constrain myself there. But there will be men-at-arms in your base. And you need all the resources to survive. Horse color is not something you can afford in those conditions. There's militia, free militia across, and making their way too much to your base.
Well, horse color doesn't cost too much because the tags are quite reduced in cost, and you already get an additional amount of wood because of the early double bit.
Yeah, I guess, but you could still have those resources to defend. I'm just saying it's very
villagers
risky.
Are walled in, so the militia will find
Scout goes
The
down.
issue here, though, this is if the militia ever put enough pressure onto those berries, you would need to delete a mill to get out. Like they're kind of trapped in
I
there
mean,
for
I
now.
get the point of playing around your own like game plan and around your own civilization. I'm just saying, with a civilization like Malay who can put the early pressure onto you like no other civ can. Look at this timing. These men at arms were like. These men at arms hit his base by the time other civilizations click men at arms.
He just cancelled 2 Flemish militia. He had 2 of them in the queue and it just cancelled them.
Clicking up so fast
I guess
after
it's
losing.
just skirmisher defense. And skirmisher defense should work quite fine.
Clicking
here.
up so fast after losing 2 sheep should turn out disastrous. You mean in terms of economy balance? Yeah, I can see that point. And I am very surprised how low of a value. Oh, the men at arms are in. That wood line isn't fully walled. We decide to not punish him for it though. That's a little weird.
It was fully walled. That was just a little pocket.
There was. I mean, no,
between 2 trees.
I think he could have walked through there. I think he could have walked through there.
There was a tree on the left and a tree on the right. It's a
It's
corner
not open?
walled.
Okay, it looked open.
It's diagonally closed.
Okay, it looked open. Okay, alright, I'm wrong. I'm fine, I'm admitted.
Like, he built that palisade over the diagonal.
Clicking up so early? I do agree with Javisti in the chat. If you click up that early and you don't get compensation out of your timing, you lose a bit of value and economy presence.
It is tight, yeah. Usually as Malay you want to click up a little bit later, but just to have the stronger economy.
Now we do put a lot of pressure on the berries. These villagers are still trapped. We have to delete the berries. We have to abandon the mill entirely. That is not great. That's that food income that we desperately need. We are transitioning to horse color farms, so if we can survive this and potentially early Castle Age, I think we're in a good spot for Burgundians. Yeah. Still a very, very difficult task to achieve though.
He's trying to close up. I would love to see a close up from his wood line towards the rock formation, just so the opponent cannot walk around into the gold.
We do have a couple. Oh, look at this! This is so on the edge. Like having the resources to go for these upgrades. Flemish militia. Okay, let's see how they do. Not too well for now. They're just gonna get melted by the archers and the men-at-arms. That does not look great. That's a waste of resources.
And one less attack, the same amount of HP.
The problem is, we lost resources on the units, didn't get any value. We went for a lot of resources into economy upgrades. We are spreading ourselves very thin. This is so risky still. This game could flip for Syndfish at any time, if we're not careful.
I'm just waiting for the blacksmith to happen, so people can get fetching right now.
For who? Because Syndfish is building
for either player.
Syndfish is building his.
Okay, I was just looking around Lynx's space with the forward
There's
archers.
one villager going forward. Oh, that's a bit of a sloppy micro. Nice pickup from Syndfish.
And now the Age of Skirmishes is starting to get into control here. We're going to stonewall it off for...
On the cracked terrain though, so not as strong as it could be, and we are investing a lot of idle time with this villager too.
We need to remember that there's a little bit more to...
I'm surprised. I am surprised that Lynx is now the one to fear a forward of some kind at some point in the game, when I was thinking he might be the more aggressive player.
It's the skirmishes just. You don't have anything against the skirmisher mass, so that will just snowball against you.
You kinda have to be aware that there's a different path on the top, however.
Yes. So that cannot be forgotten.
Yes.
Do we know about
oh.
It has
Does he know?
It is completely unscouted for the red player.
Oh
there
crap!
There is no idea. Blue doesn't know either. So.
Why can't I switch perspective here? Okay, now.
They changed the hotkeys. I just set up.
This is
the scout is in. That is a nice trap. That was a nice trap by the villagers, and now they can just escape the other direction. No kills are coming in here. Those archers do not have fletching. They might get a
okay, first villager kill now. Town watch coming in, very, very nicely done. Look at these two skirmishers on the hill being like, this is fine. Hello, I want to have a coffee. Minimum range on display.
Man at arms now baited into the town center, losing their HP and pretty much all their threat factor.
Okay, the walls are going up. And, yeah, they're having peace talk. No! The peace pact has been broken! They moved away from each other too far. Okay, I should concentrate on other things.
Now here's the funny thing. Lynx has a gate, which means no unit will ever path through the additional opening to show him it
Oh
exists.
yeah. Oh, maybe now. We are approaching
No,
the
it's not
opening.
close.
I think he
He
just.
left one tile open.
Oh no.
Oh?
No. I mean, the cracked terrain is kind of a giveaway too. Oh, this is. Oh, I have such a bad feeling about this opening. I really do. The archers here, kind of being sneaky.
He clicked over. The archers will just path the right direction. No, but
Wait,
he's
wait,
correcting it. He's
Wait,
correcting
what?
it. He noticed, oh, the archers are not walking towards the opening.
Is
so
it
I'm just
scouted? Wait a
correcting
minute,
it
wait a
because it's
minute.
close.
Is it scouted for blue? I can't
No,
change. I
neither
can't.
player knows. Neither player
knows,
has the
okay.
slightest idea.
I am.
They see some cracked terrain, but
Hey, Otter, I am feeling bad for both. I don't want any of them to lose. Both deserve to win this, honestly. Like, this is... I really feel bad to know that one of them has to lose. It's so heartbreaking after a set like this.
and finally the last forward unit died. Oh, a skirmisher is now finally pathing through the left-hand tunnel. And
Oh, so
Lynx
we
will
know.
find out that this
So
is
we know
actually
now.
open.
I hope he realizes, because if he just right-click and
Castle
didn't...
H for Syndfish. And
For
Lynx,
both,
okay,
for
it
both,
was in
for
the
both.
queue. It was in
Yeah,
the queue.
But
just
it's
thought
melee,
it was
it's
in
melee,
the
that's the
queue.
difference. It's just 100% melee diff. Heavy plow. Okay, Syndfish is setting himself up with more army and economy upgrades. I'm liking Syndfish's position more and more. He has managed to not take a lot of damage. He has the economy upgrades and he has more army. This is very, very dangerous for Lynx. He has to find a way to break him.
And both players are so focusing onto this opening while there's another one existing. Lynx just learned about it because one skirmish actually ran through. There might be something happening.
Oh, this is such a difficult position to be in. Maybe Lynx can now abuse the fact that he knows about this passage.
Yes.
That's maybe a win condition he has. He does have early castle age, but he's not really going to be able to use it in any way. In the meantime, his opponent is on so much more economy than him. Oh, wait! Look at the bottom right! Where did this villager come from?
I don't even know.
How did this happen? How did we not see this?
Elephants in our economy.
Oh, do you want to give it away already? Isn't this too
No,
early?
you don't.
Yeah, I think this is too early. Yeah, I think this is way too early. And you can easily defend this now. Oh no, that's... I think, yeah. I mean, the knights is coming in, the elephant is coming in. I think he feels the urge to use the timing with melee. And,
yeah.
I mean, pushing him off gold isn't too bad. Oh, there's one very weak villager. He was close to getting that. I mean, he's causing a lot of idle time here, and he might be able to get information about the TC. So, still okay. Oh, Ladushek, thank you for the raid. We are currently in a Hidden Cup tournament in the Grand Final, so no better time to raid this tournament than right now. This is the Grand Final, an absolutely incredible set. And we are close to the reveal after. If someone can do I'm gonna do it myself. If you can do exclamation mark STC, you find all the information. Maybe you know some of the players. This is like 15 to 1800-ish elo range, so you might be familiar with some of the players. And we are in the last game of the tournament. We know as much because this is game 7 of a best of 7 grand final. Absolutely crazy set. For those interested, I recommend you watch it back. And we are seeing a sneaky push from the side, which has to be absolutely surprising for Syndfish. He has a stable.
Surprising, but we have the natural addition of the monks to counter any cavalry that's being added here. So neither elephants nor knights can be added otherwise.
Yeah,
the siege will
Otter.
be sniped, and the siege will be sniped otherwise because
Oh, we
is
don't have
protecting this.
anything
The
to
knight is
defend.
coming
Oh
out.
my god, one knight kills 5 siege units? That's...
That is a lot of
No!
value for Syndfish. Villager is now going for a monastery. We kind of needed it earlier.
No! Not like
I
this.
wouldn't even invest into this.
I mean, this was
monastery
just too risky.
Knight is even looking for the villager.
Yeah,
Finding
this is...
her.
Oh,
She
nice
needs to be
quick wall.
walled in.
Nice quick wall, keeping him in the game.
But the monk is coming. The monk is coming to convert her, so she will not be able to finish this.
Maybe? Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, this is denied. This is denied.
Still, Lynx knows about the opening, Syndfish doesn't.
And
And
there's
Syndfish has economy right there.
even, I mean, now we use the monks to pick up the relics. There's a siege workshop with scorpions, which won't provide any value. Lynx is now going to go for the final straw, which is adding a third TC. And I mean, he's not dead, but it doesn't look great.
It's weird that Lynx didn't close the left-hand side though.
I mean, honestly, I think the sneak hurt him more than it helped him, because all these resources could have been in the
but
boom
he
in the
wants
back.
to wall it off, not that Syndfish finds that the opening actually exists and sends cavalry.
True, yeah. I mean, we're still in the game, we still have more villagers. The question is, how much does that actually give us? I mean, we're still in the game, but without that sneak being denied and so many resources wasted, we might be in a much better position, of course.
Yeah, as John Perkins says, Lynx has crazy eco lead, it's fine. That's 63 to 51 villages is actually quite a nice lead here for the melee.
Thanks
so the
Arbase for
GTC
recommending
versus
the stream.
Crucible?
Did Arbase promote this somewhere?
I guess he guided the raid?
Probably. Oh, the scorpions are dying. They had to be ejected out of the siege workship. We
Why
lose
are we
even
still making more scorpions in
I don't
this?
know. And why are we
Why
making
are we
a
making
knight?
knights when the monks are just sitting here in front?
This is so weird.
I honestly think Lynx never noticed that opening on the left-hand side. There's so much tunnel vision probably going on in, oh, there's my boom going on, there's the 4, there's my boom, there's the 4.
I mean,
that one
maybe
unit that just walked through it.
I think there might be a little bit of a panic going in for Lynx. Maybe he's not really... Maybe he doesn't really know what he's doing. Maybe he didn't even predict the Civ matchup. Maybe this is just a little too big of a surprise for him. I do think Melee can hold their own against Burgundians in the absolute late game. And it seems like... Look at the villager count!
Syndfish is actually picking up the relic in the tunnel.
With Burgundians, that is actually great, yeah. We have...
He now knows about the tunnel.
Yep, he
was
does.
just sending monks around.
If we don't wall this...
Instant walls, instantly.
Yeah, that is kind of smart. Honestly, without Lynx walling this, I can see Cavalier and Hussar raids just going straight through there later. Honestly, I was thinking Syndfish was way too... Oh, handcard even now. His economy is going to be so good. The problem is, the Malay have a lot more villagers still. We are now adding the 30C of our own.
Yeah, it's a very late 30C going up here. But we're also thinking about it much earlier.
The thing is...
There was some market abuse just now from Syndfish. We're building the castle.
Okay.
We want to click up here.
So there's one interesting thing happening. We do have economy upgrades for Burgundians, we do have villagers for Malay, and in terms of resources collected, the villagers actually win. Because we do have 2,000 resources collected more, and by now Lynx should have... I mean, this was avoidable! This entire raid was avoidable, we had all the time in the world.
Of villages, like being 20 villages ahead balances out the early economic upgrades easily.
Yes, exactly, but the thing is, this is maybe a bit of a big blunder to not wall this off.
It's a huge blunder.
Yeah.
Those knights being able to access our economy.
Only now.
We have a ghost that is absolutely not protected by anything. The knights are just aren't active enough currently.
Yeah, this was avoidable. These knights and monks should not be in here.
Imperial Age happening behind this.
That is that one decision, yeah. And
now I would like to see the tech into the cavalry, but I guess we prefer to start making Custodier with the
and
castle
we
now.
were talking about the stamina, right? Like, if Lynx has run out of stamina, maybe his decision making isn't as sharp anymore. This is a game 7. He might have played this completely differently 3 or 4 games ago. We don't know.
Yeah.
And stamina
definitely.
is definitely a factor here. And this is looking rough. And even if Malay would click to Imperial Age, even with the Malay bonus, we won't be ahead to Imperial Age. And we do have a lot of army. It's 30 to 4 army, and all of these are going to be upgraded to Cavalier. And there's the forward castle.
No, he's not missing the second building. He had the fourth siege workshop.
And there's the castle, and we are going for Cavalier. Syndfish, he can smell it. He can smell it in the air. It is happening for him. He knows he has to send.
Such a great position to be in. I would just prefer better farming economy behind this. 34 is not a lot. 5 on wood
Oh
is
my god,
a lot
imagine.
less though.
Imagine you won the first 2 games, you pull it back with 3 wins in a row for Lynx, just to lose now. That has to be so devastating. And this castle is brutal, and the Cavalier is going to be in
an
an...
Imperial Age, Lynx hasn't tagged into any military units.
He has nothing! He has nothing on the field! The castle is there, the Cavalier will be there. Just because we didn't wall us off.
Production. Now we just start spamming barracks all over the place. At least we get the armor for free. Pikeman is in research.
Oh my god, this power spike.
And all our gold is kind of forward. Like forward next to the one range, forward where the complete aggression is. We might not even have seen the pocket gold. No, he has absolutely no clue there's gold in the right hand corner.
Yeah, and we have... we are going for pikes and monks as a defense against such a heavy cavalier all in, it works, but Syndfish immediately responding with a range in order to go for hand cannons.
Yeah,
Chemistry is tagged.
That's just a dream. And
look at this reaction.
Coming in.
Look at this reaction to the pikes and monks. We are going for ranges.
2 cavalry units.
Oh, yeah, that is a little bit weird, but it's for he has such a great economy for himself. I mean, this reaction is just he wants to win. Like, he's not playing around. Chemistry for hand cannons, devotion against the monks. Paladin is a little bit... I mean, it's cheaper. Like, it's half the price, I think. So, that's the cheapest
trebuchet. One trebuchet is not enough here.
Yeah, but chemistry is coming in. There will be hand cannons and bombard cannons soon. So,
yeah, still, you're in a castle war. Both players are in Imperial Age. You kind of expect your opponent to spam trebuchets. Though Lynx is not creating any out of the castle.
That is true. That is true. Lynx has more villagers still. He's not completely dead, surprisingly. Like this Cavalier push didn't finish him off. Now we are with Cavalier and a little bit of it's not Conquistadors, it's the other unit, the Custelier, I think it's called.
Yeah.
The Custelier, yes. Great pronunciation on that one, Jesus. And we failed to yet deal the finishing blow. I like that we walled in our traps if the second trap would actually go behind those walls. We are... this is still on the edge.
This is coming out. We will hopefully get some bombard cannons too. Chemistry is in for both.
Somehow Lynx has equalized the army count. I guess it's... I mean, it is a trash unit he has. Paladin is coming in.
It's a trash unit, and Syndfish already has the counter-tacked and is starting to produce those hand cannoneers. And those are hand cannoneers that deal 25% extra damage.
Oh, do you think? Okay, there's something in the chat. I just want to throw it out there before this ends. Is there a possibility for a revolution in this game? I don't think so, it's way too expensive.
I don't think so. They changed the cost. They completely changed how it works, and it's just not worth it.
Now we kinda have to snipe, or try to snipe the bomber. Redemption and block printing, we are trying to equalize the bombard cannon advantage with Redemption. We are diving underneath the castle, hand cannons are there though, and hand cannons will perfectly be able to deal with this. And this dive, I think, will be the last bastion.
It is absolutely not what you want to do.
Yeah.
You cannot afford a dive here. You need to get out of the wide.
He absolutely had to. The bomber cannon is out of position too. No.
But it's out of position. The monks are doing
okay, we save it. We save it.
Pushing them back. Not getting a conversion, but saving the bomber cannon. That is huge. That's what you need to do here. That bomber cannon cannot go and snipe the other trebuchet. That's what we need. Monks could... Okay, Lynx has redemption and is starting to convert a bombard cannon.
Yeah, and we send cavalry. Now we send cavalry and with a little bit of paladin into the economy. And this is such a tough position to hold. I mean, the economy has evened out in terms of villagers, but Burgundians with handcart behind this... Absolutely.
We have the halberdiers. We need to send the halberdiers into our economy to patrol against us. Then we are fine again.
Probably.
In the front, we need to start. We
are going forward.
Skirmishers onto the field or archers onto the field. Something that can deal with hand cannons.
The problem is we have to send helps into the economy. We have to constantly micro the bombard cannons because bombard cannons is the only thing we have against those hand cannons. And this is just so hard to play. While Syndfish with the Burgundian economy, he can just create units for days.
Yeah.
I don't see how Lynx can... 3 monks go down! To 1 bombard cannon shot. We have nothing. These helps, yes, they're great against cavalry, but we are forced to engage. Syndfish is the one who's pushing us, and helps don't really help with that, especially not against the hand cannons.
Even though it's in the name.
True.
But
I mean, we do have
skirmishers
skirmishers now. Skirmishers are nice from melee. They do get the fully upgraded, but we are on full on trash. We are full on trash right now against Burgundians with 3 relics.
Trash is a good choice here, though. One thing the Burgundians are missing is vineyards. We did not take vineyards, so we are not getting that additional gold trickle. That would actually be huge.
Oh, we are trying. This is desperation. This is pure desperation. We are trying to kill the traps, I guess. We have to dive. The helps are in.
It doesn't feel like we have to dive. What we need is bombard can production.
Yeah, and if we dive,
that needs to be active.
If we dive this, we have to dive with the skirmishers in order to take out the hand cannons. The skirmishers were completely out of position for this fight. All of the halberdiers have gone down.
That was desperation.
That was questionable,
we had a bombard cannon in the back. We needed to procure more bombard cannons. This is kind of what it was about, bombard cannon micro. I'm absolutely horrendous at it. I would just do that at this position, but...
Yeah, and what do you do when all the helps are gone? You drop down a couple of stables and you are going to raid them to death.
Paladin is tagged. Now he's starting to float a really good amount of resources to just start spamming all
Yeah, and this is the point where I am certain. This is the point where I'm certain there's no coming back. This is it.
Oh, Bracer wasn't even in the whole time.
Syndfish,
so...
I think Syndfish has done it. This is... You cannot recover from this. There's no way you have...
ahead. Why are we getting infantry armor though?
I don't know, at this point you just tech everything to make sure you don't lose. I think Lynx is going to play on, he's probably a little bit in denial. He has played such a great set, and he has pulled it back from 2-0 down to 3-2 in the lead for match point. To lose now... This is heartbreaking, even for me. Like, I feel so... I mean, I'm so excited for Syndfish because I think, if I'm correct, I think the most practiced player has won the tournament, and that's always a great thing to see, if the preparation paid off that much. But honestly, on the other side, I think I'm heartbroken for Lynx, because he played such a great tournament. Just to fall now.
It was such a great series. I also like to see that Syndfish is now opening the center and starts to send cavalry through that direction.
Yeah, you just raid him to death now. Look at this economy, Burgundian economy with the relics and everything. He has a couple of stables. You just spam paladins, the armor and the iron casting now coming in.
Right now he's just massing paladins behind this.
Yeah, there's nothing. And I think Lynx knows, but I think he wants to play on simply because this is a tournament final.
Yeah.
Remember, there is money on the line. There is, I mean,
final cavalry armor coming in. It was a little bit late to the party. Might have been missed, but the military name is on there.
And he's calling it.
Congrats is called.
And the tournament is over. We've seen the last game. Syndfish actually takes it. And honestly, I'm tearing up. I'm not gonna hide it. I'm tearing up right now. This was a tournament, and this was a final, and one thing that's left to do right now is enjoy the moment, be happy for Syndfish, absolutely weep for Lynx. Honestly, I wish there could be 2 winners, both would have deserved it, and I have no words. I have no words. I'm overwhelmed emotionally right now. It's just hitting me. Holy shit.
It was such a great tournament. There were so many great sets in this, so much action, and especially the later rounds. They went far. They weren't just one-sided stomps. They were all quality games with players pretty 100%. Much doing their best.
I mean, imagine what Otto is saying. Zarda's wildcard is Syndfish. That would be something. I mean, I don't know. It could be. Imagine I'm just bringing someone in and he just completely smashes the tournament. Yeah. I mean, yes. There's no words, or there's nothing I can say. Just thank you to all of the viewers, all of the players putting in time for this, prepping for this, all the atmosphere and excitement that was in the air, and thank you, Lorhe, thank you to everyone who has been part in casting and streaming, and Sokol being such a smurf as tournament admin coordinating for the players behind the scenes. Like, there were so many people involved, and this is exactly what I envisioned when I was planning this, and I'm so happy everything worked out. What's going to happen now is I am going to post the guessing page. I'm going to post it in the chat, and I'm going to pin it. Let's do it like this. I'm going to copy. I am going to put it into the chat. It's the one thing we have left is to guess and to input our final guesses for who these players actually are. Not just our two finalists, all the 16 players that took part here.